live. Welcome back to Low Energy Videos, where I am joined by, as always, Krendar.
Hello.
And we are joined by a new voice in this epic void known as life, known as Luka.
Hello there.
So, we of course are playing good old-fashioned Dawn of War, and as tradition, I always have to get the chat set up first before I can go back in. God, I can't wait to get this thing sorted out. Get a new computer. Especially one that has two screens, so you can't see how the sausage is made, so to speak, you know? I want to have some ambiguity.
How sausage is made is usually an ugly experience.
Yeah, I actually, my cousin showed me how to make it with, like, mince, and it was a quite hard looking and smelling experience too. But you got this weird stuff that was stuck in your fingers. It was, ugh.
Yeah, I imagine.
Saying that, the sausages that came out of it were actually quite delicious. Right, that'll do. Alright, so we are getting our party ready.
We're gonna have double mech boys, eh?
No, I just had that down just to have a gander. We might as well keep as variety as possible. So what are you guys going for? I'm sticking with the Space Marine this time around. Might regret it.
But... committing heresy because I'm playing the Chaos Marines.
Okay.
I figured I'd go mech boy because I wanted to have somebody shooty.
Yeah.
I don't even know what all abilities I'm gonna end up getting, but I'm assuming maybe turrets or something. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
They have a decent.
I'm bringing the DACA.
Yeah, you're gonna be lying back and just fire. Of course, you won't be able to shoot for shit because you're an orc, but still.
Well, that would be in the lore, but I don't know if that's reflected in the actual game stats. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Have you noticed that, like, they've got a decent amount of customization for the Space Marines? Like, who the fuck thinks of the Taurus Marines or the fucking, like, Red Scorpions?
True.
I'm gonna go with the Nova Marines. I don't know. I just kind of like the name. Blue.
Then again, if it's gonna be wave defense, I guess low accuracy won't matter if there's enough targets, right?
Especially early on, like I imagine. Right now we just want to gorge ourselves on XP. Yeah, let's go with the Master.
Have you played this mode before at all, by the way, Lo?
Not at all. This is a brand new experience.
Well, good. All three of us will go in as newbies. Excellent.
Yeah. We gonna get our ass kicked.
We can all be giant failures together.
As a family. Aww.
Aww.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Search for game.
A Space Marine, an Orc, and a Chaos Warlock. What a weird combination.
I know, right?
I wonder if
this would never actually happened.
Well, maybe the War of the Beast or something.
I mean, unless the three of these characters were somehow stranded somewhere together, and before they'd gotten the chance to kill each other, they got beset by a horde of something else and had to survive.
Can I just say, I hate when they try to convolutely, like, jam, like, we're gonna be allies, when they're, like, solely existing to kill each other. Especially in like the War of the Beast or some of the Horus Heresy books. It's just alright, let's have a look. Survive as long as possible. Complete waves, earn your heroes experience points towards the next level. Gaining levels unlock a new war gear, which grants new abilities, new traits, or improved hero statistics.
Are you sure we're not playing Dota?
No, I'm not sure at all.
Wave 1.
It's actually a little bit like Dota, but without the towers and without the other team. It's just like us against the creep.
Oh no!
Let's see, I've got a teleporter, a booby traps, and Avataste.
Smashy, smashy. Don't worry, Tarkus will come in and defend. Oh wait. That's the different thing.
So I don't know. I'll have to target a person. Okay.
Mm.
Luka. Hey, Luka, have a taste. There, how'd that taste?
Thank you.
Whee! I'm a helping. Smashy, smashy.
Bing.
Wave 1 complete. +1
I sound
survival.
so bored.
Wave 2. Begin, I guess. We need an announcer that just is like so unenthusiastic.
Yes.
I guess we're gonna go wave 3 now. Right, woo.
Alright, let's shoot some more things.
You know, I think shooting will be on the table. No, they're covered in sea urchins.
Yeah. Oh, good. I can't heal myself. Lovely.
And yeah, none of us have the healing thingamajigs.
No, I have a healing thing. It's just that it's single target and I can't target myself with it.
Oh, Shazbot. Wait, does that make you our medic?
Yeah,
Orc medic. Alright.
I know, right?
Ooh, multiplier bonus. Nice.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
how did you make the thing happen over there?
I just clicked on it.
Oh. I wonder what it does.
There, is it me or the Eldar very... Yeah, no, Eldar, but like really weird color scheme Eldar.
They're yellow.
Yellow, what is this? The Simpsons in 40k?
No, it's clearly the Chinese army.
Ooh, we are not...
Huh.
We call them rattly impaired over here, okay?
For some reason, my attack move button's not working anymore. That's bizarre.
Guardsman,
My guy go.
say hello to Mr. Slashy Slash. Hey, 420! Nice. Blaze it.
Ah, shit, there's a hero guy. Or something.
Well, I'm busy killing the Emperor's not-so-finest over here, so...
Oh, I just now realized it's the Imperial Guard.
Yeah. Chew, 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 chew. I'm gonna harm you. Oh,
Man down.
well, more orky. But,
Alright,
yeah.
guys, we need to not spread ourselves to the four winds when the waves show up.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. There you go.
Thank you.
Wait, are those white scars?
I'm down.
Cool. Mother Tucker. This is quite
In a second, Luka.
unexpected. Wow, those mines suck. They're not doing
Well,
anything.
nobody's stepping on them anyway.
There you go.
Well, maybe they were just priming. Alright.
Okay, this dude is very, very, very tanky. Very un-Raven Guard of you. Should be flying around like a ponce. You're the Thaddeus of the original chapters.
Ouch.
I know. I know how to throw shade.
It's harsh, man.
Oh no, more clinky clinks.
These abilities actually recharge quite fast.
Yeah, I noticed.
Alright, guys, group up. Let's not be
Uh,
scattered to the four winds again.
I prefer the 5 wins, but that's just me. Would you get back in and kill them? Come on. Oop, oop. Die. Die. Oh my many gods of Sod, would you just fucking die already?
Yeah, these waves are not very nice.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like getting to the point where they expect you to die.
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
I always loved Scorpio from The Simpsons. No, Mr. Bot, I expect you to die and have a very cheap funeral.
Yeah, he was good.
They needed
Guys,
to...
stick together.
You should have brought him
Stick
back.
together.
What's that from Red Dead? Circle of circle of protection. Circle of protection. Circle of protection. Wee. Wee. Well, orcs.
Oop. I was too slow. I think this is the wave, boys.
I think it is.
Up, I died.
Don't worry, I will get more XP and shit. I mean, help you. That's right. Kill off your own boys. Yeah, there we go. That's how we do that.
That's the stuff.
I wonder if you can like branch out with different like types, because you got sorcerer here, so it'd be kind of cool if you got like a berserker when you level up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to having I wouldn't say no to having a Terminator.
I wouldn't say no to having a Devastator Marine.
Hmm. I'm dead. About time.
Oh no!
And that's including the fact that I managed to heal you once.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 6 waves.
Oh god, we didn't even level up?
I,
Oh, we did. Okay.
yeah.
We got one.
We got 1 level up. You've unlocked level 2. Oath of Merciless Rage. Grants the ability to lash out at specific target. Oh, I know this attack. What do you guys
I
get?
got Scroll of Blood.
I don't know yet.
Scroll of Blood.
Hang on.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back for a second.
How do I find out what I got?
Should be down there at the bottom, no? Let's put.
Well, it said I got some war gear, but I don't see an ability. Like it's not letting me go to a thing where I can actually do anything.
Available
To
accessories.
equip it.
Let's switch over to the bolter this time around.
How do I actually look at my gear and stuff?
Oh,
yeah, character screen.
When you're back at the find a game page, it should be change war gear and change hero.
Oh, down there. Okay.
Yeah.
But all right.
Let's see. You've got battery pack, teleporter pack, big shooter, booby trap. Here, booby.
Oh, I got a Mega Rumbler.
Mega Rumbler.
Knock down enemy infantry in a large radius. Okay, so I can do earthquakes. That's probably going to cost a lot of energy. It costs just slightly more than my heal does, but still.
Yeah, so the item I got allows the sorcerer to cast an orb of blood, allowing allies to drain health from their foes. Oh, I turn you on to vampires.
No, nice.
I like it.
Although that's...
Also, I have some armor now, so I might not die quite as fast.
Nice.
I might die 2 seconds slower.
Those 2 seconds might be all that we need.
True.
I'm gonna say my guy is kind of a. I mean, he can pack a wallop, but he goes down like a fucking. He's basically a glass cannon.
Yeah.
Sounds about right to me.
I'm going to be switching over to the bolter just to see if that's any better. But I have a feeling I've just gimped myself. But yeah, I'm ready to go for round 2.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. When it's looking for the ideal match, does it happen where like you guys vanish from the screen real quick? Does that happen to you? 20, 15. Don't know why it needs to search. We've got a party all set up right here.
That is a little weird, isn't it?
3, 2, 1. Levels do not trump skills. Leveling up does not directly increase your hero's power. It grants you more options through additional war gear. Skilled players can make significant impact with the lowest level of heroes.
But I want to be stronger.
Same. Oh, I also got blind grenades. So that'll be good against shooties.
Here, let's activate whatever this thingy is.
Yeah.
Luka, are you still with us? Uh-oh.
Now we've got some trouble ahead of us.
We've lost our lad.
And my grenades don't know how to work. Whee! Smash. Oh, I can still do the charge thing. That's pretty cool. That's right. Keep focusing on Luka, not us. There we go. Luke J, are you with us?
Not. Maybe work called him again.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He's got his big boy responsibilities.
Yeah, that must suck, huh?
Yeah, unlike us man children.
Exactly.
I'm a man boy.
Some work over there. Look at him go.
Damn. And he's down.
Get those guys over there. I've got him.
Well, I've almost leveled up. There we go. Now I can do both. With the power of a blind grenade. That completely misses. Blind grenades suck. This reminds me of the mode in Battlefleet Gothic.
We're in an actual literal arena.
Yeah, that's less of a... Haha, finding a grenade works. That's less of a good comparison, but there's a sort of like an endless mode that has no campaign, but you can still level up your fleet.
Oh shit.
A team member has died. Bang, 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 bang. Damn. We're not gonna die to Guardians. Come on. We have some respect.
Maybe you do.
Maybe I knew that a tank would be useful in a game that is going to increase in difficulty. Although then it looks like I'm going to die. Damn, I'm going to die as well. No. No, 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 no. Ah, grenades finally do their job. Yay! And now I'm dead.
He's just gonna take casual pot shots with his pistol.
He's gone pure apathy now. He just do it.
Onto the campaign then, I suppose.
Yeah, if Luca's got to do this, then that's fair enough. I suppose we can go on to the campaign.
No point doing this, just the two of us anymore, right?
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. He's got his responsibilities. We'll leave the we'll leave the chatty open though if he wants to pop in and have a talk at any time. It's no harm. Campaign Chaos Rising. Import previously completed campaign. Honey tits.
Let's see. Maybe if he comes back, one of us can do a screen share so he can at least watch what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh wait, did I invite you for this?
Nope.
Alright, well, fair enough then. Ah, shit. Loading screen. I really love the artwork in Chaos Rising. The way, especially when like the planet starts to warp like crazy from the warp, it like starts throbbing like a heart.
I know, right? It's a nice touch.
Come on, let me go, I don't care, I'm going to immediately quit and out of this. Come on.
Let my people
Go! End mission. End mission. Won't let me end mission, I have to exit the windows. You're fucking serious. Alright, fine.
Weird.
Fine, I'll exit the windows and just come right back in, because that is some low energy UI right there. Would it be the UI? Yeah, it would be the UI.
Yep.
Are
you interfacing with the game? Then yes.
Yeah, because I am the user. Oh, Relic. You had no idea how to spend your money right. And Games Workshop, who does know how to spend its money right? Everywhere! You guys can start next round if you want. I don't want to hold you up. Oh, no, it's alright, man. You got your priorities. But we're just going to do the campaign. If you want to join us in the chat, absolutely. And we could always go back to Last Stand at another time. But, yeah, right now we're going to do the Chaos Rising campaign. I don't suppose we can actually do 3 players, can we? In the campaign.
I don't think we can. Plus, I don't think he can commit to being here every week.
Oh no, no, I wouldn't think so. No, I had a feeling, but no, that's all right, man. You work away. But if you got free time and want to join us in the chat while we're still doing this, you're more than welcome to.
Hey, why don't you do the Discord screen share so that he can? I guess it doesn't matter. He's got it on the.
Yeah, he's looking at us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So, you've been invited. Invite.
All right, hang on. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, import previously completed game. Import. Okay. Calderas, Meridian, Cyrene. Oh, I remember Cyrene.
Yeah, she's a lovely girl. A bit gives you a bit of the cold shoulder, though.
Yeah. That's where the last mission of the series happens, isn't it? In Cyrene? Yeah, he flees to Cyrene because it's already been exterminated. Talkish! Emo Cyrus, who kept on dying every 5 seconds. And good old Avatus, who totally won't go crazy and start worshipping corn.
No, because we're gonna be
good boys.
Pure boys.
Yeah. Although apparently, like someone besides Gordian and Martellus have to fall to Chaos. So I'm guessing it is in canon Avatus. But it's like really, yeah. Well, it makes sense. He's not exactly the most stable.
I don't know why this has to happen. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, you know, a lot of this isn't. Out of all this, is like canon. I don't know. I'd love to see what they're doing now with the whole Primaris Marines and the Blood Ravens, because after all this shit, they probably need a whole lot more recruits.
Oh yeah.
Encased in ice. And now we're going to have a 90s anime sort of freak out. Cool. Now, Planet Aurelia has returned.
You could have updated their signal codes in the last few thousand years.
You'd think so, but
This disappeared.
this is the 41st millennium. Like their most advanced tech is like 700 years old. Armageddon and Retribution. Honey Tits once led in space. Oh, I was reading that. I've detected blood raving distressing was coming from somewhere nearby. Let me just take these wads of chewing gum out of my cheeks real quick. There, I can actually talk normally.
Gabriel, stop chewing up the scenery.
Oh,
fucking hell, I gotta be Cyrus again.
Good old Cyrus. Oh, and I've got a little jetpack. Salt jump.
I didn't ask for this.
I didn't want this.
Am I gonna have to waste an explosive on this then?
Yeah, it's the tutorial.
It's not like you could just charge through it and destroy it for me or anything.
Oh. There you go. I helped.
Take that, the rest of the fence. I'm doing it out of spite now.
Medical supplies for all your medical needs.
Yeah, it was a big difference with the other game where it was just generic supplies, and now they've got it divided into types.
Yeah, I suppose people were complaining it was too easy because you just constantly restock no matter what. But saying that, I kind of liked it. Okay. Wait a minute, I'm a space marine. Shut up.
Look, it's our buddy again.
Or just the default marine.
He's the, yeah.
You can tell he's evil because he's got a bit of a
chaos like that. He wouldn't play us like that.
Plus, he has a far more of a Cockney accent.
Also, I don't understand how to use my remote detonator. It doesn't seem to work. Or maybe I just can't use it on buildings. I don't know.
Well, it's the main thing you want for buildings, isn't it?
No, that's the det pack.
Oh.
I'm talking the remote.
Oh, yeah.
One.
That thing.
I think I have to put that on the ground. There.
Put it on the ground.
Damn,
I am an
cool
adult. I have an opinion. I was actually listening to that last night.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you were just quoting Twitter. No,
the Lonely Planet is like the ultimate millennial song of just like I'm an adult, so I'm just gonna have a massive hissy fit and expect people to praise me. Which that does sum up.
I was right. It is Twitter then.
Yeah, pretty much. Infiltrate Cyrus and use explosives to bring down blah blah blah.
Which I can't because I'm out of them already because I had to use one on the fence.
Alright. Up and at them.
Up and at him.
Up and at them. Better. I actually rewatched that episode, the Fallout Boy and Radioactive Man episode. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so clever in how it describes Hollywood. Except for at the end, where you just take what we need from our boutiques to your back on your feet. Finally, we're back in Hollywood, where people treat each other right.
Up and at them.
My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
Here's my boy.
Oh, Albertus in the house.
You're probably going to give him to your control, though.
Probably.
I'm guessing.
Guardsman going traitor? I've never heard such a thing.
That would never happen.
No. Yeah, you were right. I got. Oh, that means you get my main boy, Tarkus.
Darky Tark. There's Tarky Tark.
I'm the hero of this game. The hero of this franchise. Fuck Angelos. Leap. Commander, do something that you are very well capable of doing, but I'm going to explain exactly how to do it.
I know, right? Thanks for giving us the tutorial, even though this game is made for people who play the main game already.
Plus, they're like a few 100-year-old warriors. I always love this line. This is the closest thing Tarkus ever does to a joke.
Yeah. Look at that. He barely even moves his mouth when he talks.
Most of them don't.
Yeah, but Tarkus especially.
Yeah, he's like someone carved a lump of granite.
So it's sort of like talking.
He kind of reminds me. Oh my god, he reminds me of those the meat Muppet. The one yeah. Me.
Yeah.
Beaker, yeah.
He's like a grizzled, more chiseled Beaker.
Beaker after the fall.
He's post-apocalyptic Beaker.
Road warrior Beaker. Me.
Fuck! I want that movie now.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what would happen. Okay, so it's Mad Max Fury Road,
Mm-hmm.
and Beaker is that guy who was strapped to the truck with the fire guitar.
Oh yeah.
Hey, stop standing there, Cyrus. Don't you see the big glowing circle on the floor?
You know, no fairness, they really should find a way to fire.
We're running away, and Avges is standing there back in the bombardment.
I'm too cool for this. Yeah, this game even this game has even more glitches, especially during like the cutscenes. I think Retribution has even more. They you can tell as they were rushing it out faster and faster.
Yeah. The same thing happened with the Final Fantasy VII Remake in a couple of spots. Like, the animation on the main characters is absolutely gorgeous. But then there's a few side characters that talk to you for side quests. And, like, when they start talking to you, you're like, what the hell is happening with your mouth while you talk? And it's the most jank speaking animation you've ever seen.
I can advance and after without being suppressed. Once in range, you can disable with a frag grenade. Okay. Well, you heard him.
Good. All right, Tarkus, let's do your tutorial.
We'll offer moral support back here.
This really is the Space Marine way, though. We'll just walk forward into the gunfire and not care.
You think you'd at least wear a helmet, but no. Helmets are for characters who will die namelessly.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one from Austin Powers? You don't even have a bloody name tag.
Oh, that's been a while. I don't even remember.
Yeah. Oh,
sounds
great.
right though.
Yeah, like Austin's dad was gonna get like attacked, and he's just there like, honestly, son, you know how many nameless goons and henchmen I've defeated? like, look at you.
Yeah.
Look at what's your name? Ian. You honestly think I'm gonna be stopped by a man called Ian? You don't even have a bloody name tag. Go on, get out of there, son. Go on. He's just gonna slunks away, very like defeated.
See, Dad knows how to use his words.
I always remember that, or from the first one, where after ages, he finally runs over the, he runs over that one goon, then it cuts to the goon's family. Yeah. He was crushed by a steamroller? That's...
Tried to warn him, but he just wouldn't move.
Yeah. No! Move, you bloody idiot!
I like how they did all the dramatic close-ups and then they zoomed out just to watch the things advancing towards him really slowly.
You remember when he tries then to reverse it afterwards? He gets stuck halfway in the hole.
I miss those movies.
I loved Dr. Evil's like weird little monologues.
We should take a beacon over.
Yeah, we definitely should. Where's the nearest beacon?
And there's one up just north of us.
We have to go there anyway.
You can't get there from there.
Oh.
Well, indirectly, I suppose.
Yeah, but we also killed off the artillery spotter because...
Also, you've left Avitus behind.
Avitus, come back here. I'm helping. No, you're not.
Yeah, there's been at least a few characters in the Final Fantasy VII Remake where I'm just like, oh no. That animation is no bueno.
I noticed that in Final Fantasy 15, a lot of characters had very sort of... they looked like animatronics. They were just kind of like robots.
Yeah. But it's only for like the most side-to-side characters, you know?
Yeah, but then you've got the ones with like the Radiant quests, like when you're hunting the monsters, you always have to go to the same person over and over again, but they just have...
guy,
but they just have the same 2 or 3 frames of animation on an endless loop.
Yeah, but everybody else that in the remake game that's like any kind of important character at all is absolutely gorgeous, you know?
Alright, I'm back.
Luka!
Hey, lad.
Yeah, like, as soon as that round finished, I got a call from work, and this guy's like, hey, I need help with this, that, and this. I'm like, come on, it's Friday.
Would that be...
Stop working so hard, you keener.
Yeah, let me guess, it's like their first day or something?
It's a process they don't normally handle.
I'm guessing this is all due to the quarantine.
Yeah, we only got 1 person in the office per day.
Well, at least you're doing your best to try to limit that stuff.
Sitting in the office, coughing on and touching everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this the campaign?
It is indeed. You can. We can go back to. We can go back to Last Stand if you're feeling up for it, but otherwise you're more than welcome to just have a chatty chat with us.
Yeah, I'd say hold off on that until about 3, or I don't know, maybe the next 20 minutes. You say you might call me back, and I don't want to have you start that.
Yeah.
I gotta go again.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just stick to the campaign, but hang around and commentate with us?
Yeah.
That's fine too.
That sounds a bit more stable and predictable.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Good point.
Besides which, we got some of Last Stand sorted, so the title won't be lying.
Well, we got in
2
a
matches?
match and a half, and that's roughly what we were aiming for. So
Yeah.
you know, we figured we'd probably only do a couple, maybe.
Yeah. Destroy the communications tower. I don't know why these motherfuckers think that they could take on a space marine in close combat. I mean, at least at range, you know,
because they know what the fucking chaos gods are going to do to them if they don't try.
Well, even if they do try, they're still gonna they're still gonna be ripped apart by angry gods.
Are you fighting Necrons?
No,
Chaos.
Traitor guardsmen, because you can't trust a fucking guard.
Well, yeah, they're fucking useless.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them though.
I mean, hell, they're so useless they kill each other without any issues.
Avitus, no! I did not know. You need Papa Honey Tits to support you.
Like they have that in common with the Russians.
Doing
like
way the
somebody's
fuck
caught-
over there.
I keep forgetting about him.
Russians just- if somebody's caught fleeing, they get shot.
Assault jump. Whee!
Guys,
That was actually
get out of there. Get out. Get out.
that was actually a function in the first game where if you had a commissar attached to a guardsman squad, you could have him execute one.
Yeah, and it would get the rest. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think it increased their morale. I think it made them more aware of what's at stake.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I believe it made them shoot faster.
It did indeed.
So.
Um,
I know it gave them
I'm
some
heading
kind
back
of
to the beacon, and Avatus probably should too.
yeah. Sir Avatus ran away.
Lo, where are you going, Lo?
I'm drawing out the artillery. Drawing out the artillery. Artillery go boom boom.
It do indeed.
That's I believe that was Klaudskowitz who actually said that in one of his treatises. Artillery go boom boom.
Oh, clearly one of the imperial tacticians of our time.
Totally. Also, I believe it was him who also said chainsaws go burrs.
Oh, I see. We're quoting from the Imperial Guardsman's primer.
Well, Ogren edition.
Yeah.
It has a lot more pictures.
This book was written by Brigadier General Ogren.
Ogren von Oppenheimer.
Yes.
This great portrait of him, and he's all dressed in like imperial regalia, but he's a fucking Ogren, so he's got this huge robotic eye, and his clothes don't fit right.
Got a.
Oh, it's sophisticated.
Got a heavy bolter in one hand, because he's that strong. But then he's got like a little fluffy bunny in the other hand, like Doom guy.
Yeah, he's got like a powdered wig.
And the bunny's name is Sir Conrad V.
Yes.
We smash them up. Gonna smash up the communications array. There we go.
But if you destroy that, then the Star Destroyer fleet won't know where to go.
Good.
God, that movie was so stupid.
It was strange.
Let's see. Ooh, boop, doo, doo, doo. So, is it me, or are there like a whole lot more guardsmen than normal?
It's about normal.
Because I haven't played Chaos Rising in a bit, but I don't remember them being this ubiquitous.
I do. They kind of start coming out from everywhere for a while until you've whittled them down.
But just throw them in at the problem until it resolves itself.
One way or another. Now you don't have to pay them.
Hellenistic Tactics 101.
What was that from Enemy at the Gates? One man shoots, one man dies, and you can get his weapon or something like that.
Oh, it's the Russian army style. You only give half your army rifles.
The other half has like a row of bullets. Yeah.
That way, when the first guy dies, the second guy can pick up his gun and keep going.
I used to think that was like just like a joke, and I don't think they did it in Stalingrad, but they actually did do that really early on in the war. Like when the Nazis had just invaded, they had no idea what the hell. Hell, some of them didn't even get rifles at all. They were just given like fake, like wooden guns.
Well, it didn't help that Stalin also executed most of his top generals that knew what the hell was going on.
Well, at this point, would you consider them top generals or top bootlicks? You know?
Well, I mean, he was so paranoid that
he killed them all.
Anybody.
Yeah.
He killed them.
I mean, that's why Finland was such a joke.
Yeah.
Ooh. I see you.
Yeah, there we go. You found a spot.
Oh, I'm dead. I guess he didn't spot me, huh?
Where we're going.
No,
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That man was just one day away from retirement.
Which in the Guards simply means, I guess you get a plot of land somewhere, like a little like part of a bloody like hive city, a hive world, and it's called a farm, but it's just nothing but like an irradiated wasteland. Here you go, like this 80-year-old man with half his limbs blown off is just given this little rush shack somewhere. Enjoy your retirement.
He's a radiation farmer.
Man, if he's a Mormon, he'd be very disappointed. I was promised a planet. Emperor, I curse you.
Where's the bitches? And to make it worse, it's a bloody it's a guy from Vulcan who's doing it, so like a salamander.
Oh, he'll feel right at home in that radiated wasteland then.
All right, let's.
It's close enough to a volcanic wasteland for comfort, right?
Yeah.
Similar enough.
Although, did you notice that the predominantly black society live in like a incredibly warm, fiery hellhole? Like, I don't think I'm not saying that this is some sort of like coding going on there, but I'm sure if you looked close, you'd be like, oh, right, because they're black.
Yeah, but not in the sense that they are dark brown, in the sense that they are literally obsidian.
Yeah. Hell, you got them, and then you got the reverse. Was it the Black Dragons, who are like the ultimate emos?
I thought the Blood Ravens were the ultimate emos.
No, these are like the nerdy emos because they want to know everything. Then they're very disappointed what they find. It's like, are they ever happy with the knowledge that they discover? It seems every time they're like, "Oh, we have to go and discover some things about our chapter." Uh-oh. Like, what were you expecting?
Sunshine and lollipops, that's what.
Pew, 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 pew.
So did this actually import from the other campaign then?
Yeah, we're at level 20.
Right, but I mean, like, we're gonna have the same stats and gear.
I don't know about gear. Yeah, I think gear actually. Not maybe. I think it's all going to be in the. In the inventory when we get on board the ship. Okay, Avitus, it's time you actually do a decent job. There we go. That doesn't work at all because it's a turret, not a person. So Robin ran away.
You silly.
And Avitus is not dead because I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, you run away.
I noticed that there's some of the guardsmen just patrol around. Look at that, they took one of our beacons away from us.
Ooh.
Not that we need that particular one anymore, really, but...
Yeah, they're actually being proactive. I mean, it's not much of a proactive, but still.
Better than nothing.
Get your squad to the extraction point, and then we have a sort of holdout thing, don't we?
Yeah.
And I'm back again.
So
I didn't realize you'd left again.
I was actually I was about to think, God, Luca must be getting bored.
No, the guy called me again. So yeah, good call, not doing the standalone thing again.
Yeah, your wisdom is necessary in these trying times.
Somebody has to know what they're doing because this other guy clearly doesn't.
So
I feel bad for him because he's trying to get it done by himself. He said he hates bothering me, but
yeah.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's a task he doesn't normally do, so
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Can't really blame him.
And the only other person that knows how to do it, it's quote their day off, so no, they're not going to help him. Like, what kind of fucked up bullshit is that? Like, you fucking asshole.
It's pretty rude.
Yeah.
Look, my free time is more important than your free time.
Lo,
What?
Get out to stop hiding in that building over there and come join us.
All right, I'll get him to hide in the other building then.
No, he has to get to the extraction point. It's not going to trigger unless we're all here.
There,
there we go. Now we can hide in the building.
But we're supposed to be practicing social distancing.
Yeah.
I like how one of my guys died just as everybody was piling into the building. It's like half a second from safety and blah.
So how did you die? I died fighting the demon prince Akradak. How did you die? I got some guardsmen punk shot me.
I
Oh.
got shot in the back by a mere human while I was going through a door.
I think I saw your guy die, Krendar. He went like flying out the side or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm like, damn, what the fuck got him?
Ah, guardsman artillery at its finest, not hitting jack shits. Now, if this was the Death Corps of Krieg, they'd be missing, but they'd be missing it far more spectacularly.
True.
Wouldn't the orcs just will the missiles to hit where they want them to? Like, they believe so strongly it's going to hit in this one spot that it actually hits that spot.
I always thought that they didn't give a shit. Yeah, I always thought also that they didn't actually really give a shit if anything hits. It just needs to make a big noise.
That sounds more accurate. Whoa, get back here so we can shoot things too, man.
Well, mine, all mine.
Somebody's going to Cornell by himself all over there.
I thought we weren't doing a chaos run.
That's what I thought too, but then I watched you run off by yourself.
Hey,
one-man army and everybody.
Just because I'm screaming blood for the blood god doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me.
I guess I'm gonna have to take my guys out of this building so that they can.
All right, hold on. I'll draw them back. Nope.
It just made me think of that meme. He's screaming blood for the blood god, and the other meme's like, what is he saying? I don't know. I think he's gay or something. And now you're getting zapped to death. Give your lasers.
We'll harm you. Nope.
It's the Chads versus the Simps.
Pretty much. You wazzle tozzles.
I knew. Avoid the circle of doom.
Is this a vague reference, that artillery location? Like, yeah, it's gonna happen somewhere over here. I don't know.
I'm like, get away from this circle, and then I get hit by something 30 feet away from the circle.
Oh no, our beautiful shrubbery. They ruined it.
I'm gonna say they're going a little ham on that one.
They got excited because they finally got some coordinates that were useful.
Let's love it. Just cuts to a random part on the map, and it just gets rained down by a bunch of shells. Did we hit anything?
You hit a lot of things. None of them were the enemy, though.
I think you knocked over that tin can, and then, like, decades later, there's a huge statue just to, like, a guardsman really proud. I was there, son! The day we hit something.
Okay,
well,
Brian,
it's a picture of a commissar with his, like, one leg raised and his foot's resting on the
can.
Tin can.
You think he's Captain Morgan now?
Yeah. I think he's Captain Morgan, at least anyway.
I just realised, if you look at some of the Siphius Kane or Cyphus Kane books, he actually does look like Captain Morgan in one or two of the shots.
Oh, obviously some remembrancer went pretty heroic on recording his images.
Absolutely. I mean, you need your
the propaganda poster poses, you know.
I love if it had like expectation and reality meme. It just shows the real one, and he's just this like scrawny, dishevelled guy hiding underneath a rock. Like,
that'd be funny.
They're like, no shit, Zerg rushing you guys.
Yeah. Finally, the guard realized they have people. Oh yeah.
What they have is that there's a lot of them, and they are expendable.
So, and that's how you do an artillery run, gentlemen.
Roasted.
Beta.
Pull that off like how the US pulls
Except for those two guys that stood around and got nuked.
They didn't get the memo to run away. Guys, where are you going?
Where you going,
Hey, Lo, did you hear what Abbott just said? He said Retribution. That's the name of the next game.
Whoa! Title drop.
Title drop.
Foreshadowing.
And look, a grenade launcher, which is totally useless. So let us now. Bloop, bloop. All right, now we're gonna have so much gear from the previous game, so we're just gonna spam it. Those guardsmen have paid the price for betraying the Emperor.
Speaking of chiseled faces, that Angelos is just made of a slab of granite.
And do you either of you remember the movie Toy Soldiers?
Yeah, he does kind of look like. Yeah, he does.
He looks like the commander of the soldiers.
Yeah. Who was Lee? Tommy Lee Jones did the voice, didn't
he? He might have.
Holy shit! You were not kidding. Well, it's because they unequipped everything we were wearing. That's why.
I love the PlayStation 1 game that came out for that as well. That was pretty good. I'm Archer, leader of the Golden Knights. Terminator armor, which we can't wear, even though we could wear it before. Oh no, we've gotten fat over the last year. We can't fit inside it anymore. Helm of Command. Fuck it. No. But the Standard of Meridian. Yes.
Oh, I know.
Why the hell do I have blind grenades on Avitus? That's silly.
I noticed.
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, it wasn't toy soldiers, it was small soldiers.
That's right. Remember the mutated Barbies in that? They were horribly mutated. Want to be my boyfriend? Ugh, I just had Ryby Jenkins flashbacks.
Oh yeah, well, Family Jones.
Yeah, I called it.
Chip has
it was. I didn't like I didn't like the dad in that who's like, I don't want any like war soldiers, like any sort of like war toys or anything like that. Like, dude, you little shit, let the kids buy whatever they want, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Superior power armor, 36, 42, 42. I'll do that. Nope. Alright, so I've only got the power, so where's Thaddeus? He's also got something to say, Thaddeus. What do you have to say? Am I going to be used in this game? Because I can just go. Oh, yeah, you should go. just go. You won't be needed. Bloop, bloop.
Sure.
Bloop, bloop.
We have a lot of mess to clean up here, don't we?
We do. We only have to do it the one time, though. Phew. Bloop, bloop. Oh, Amanda, I recognize the markings of the troopers who ambushed you.
Okay, we have an XP bonus that we can give to one person.
Who
we should give that to? I think we're all the same level anyway.
More or less. I don't know.
I don't remember when we get the librarian. Is he the same level as up, or is he going to be a little bit behind? Should we use it on him later?
Yeah, I think we should use it on him because he's gonna fall down a lot if we don't.
Yeah, we'll save it for him.
Yeah.
There's a damage resistance purity seal if you want it. gonna throw away all the white named items here.
Okay. Well, white genocide sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Sounds like a fun Friday morning.
We was space marines and shit.
We was Kangs.
Ooh, Loop.
Hello, Bill Portley. How are you today?
Greetings, Bill. You're gonna give Avatar, so you gave him the missile launcher. So do you want to get rid of the plasma guns?
I haven't decided on the plasma cannons yet.
Okay.
I might change out. I'm not sure.
I like the mouth of the barrel is.
Clearly, I don't need the
gold.
second one though. Sorry, you like the what?
Oh, one of the mechs. He's got the cannon barrel has a skull for the mouth, or the mouth is where the barrel.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's metal as fuck.
Well, yeah, it is. He's bloody venerable dreadnought in the 40k universe. I'm surprised there isn't more skulls. I'm only counting 2 on this one. There's a few more on the side there.
Yeah, it's like set up so the skull's spitting out the bullets. Yeah.
I wonder if the bullets have the bullets probably do have skulls on them as well.
Yeah. In addition to the piercing damage from the bullet, it then bites you afterwards as well.
I remember a book. It was a bunch of tech priests find a ship from the dark age of technology, and it looks like our idea of what the future will look like, all clean lines and sterile, and they felt so out of place because there wasn't any skulls anywhere. They were just there like, there's no servo skulls, there's no skulls on the wall, there's no candles, there's no incense, what's going on? You know, like, they were freaking the fuck out.
It was the dark age, wasn't it?
And then it has an AI that at first is like, humans, at long last, wait a minute, what have you done to yourselves? And it starts like insulting them, and they're so aware of like how bad they've gotten. It just basically spends all day like doing a sort of what's his name? The shit Gordon Ramsay sort of scream at him. You call this technology? I wouldn't done a lion with that.
Nice.
You
guys ever hear of the guy who had a game of Civ 2 that had been running for like 20 years?
Yeah, that actually got on the news.
To the point where it basically became Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, they had nuked the planet so many times. It was just 3 people stuck in this endless gridlock.
Yeah, like it was an irradiated wasteland, and they were stuck in a permanent gridlock where they had to neglect their cities because if they didn't pump out tanks constantly, they would die.
Mm.
Oh, God. Yeah, I remember that was a while ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a good few years now.
That was definitely one of the most 40k things I've ever heard in my life.
I actually always thought more of 1984, honestly, with 3 people in like an irradiated wasteland that are stuck in an endless war.
Hang on, I gotta do a level up.
22 damage resistance. Yeah, right. We've also got the drop pod beacon, but I've got nowhere that I can equip it. All right, I think we've done our duty. Duty. Hey,
and we threw away the duty as well.
Where's our bloody master-crafted grenades?
Do we not have them anymore?
No, just the regular ones. Shit.
Also, is it going to let us do our squad setup at all?
Should be. Open the help menu. Invite a friend. Oh shit. I guess not yet because we haven't gotten what's his name. Yeah, no, it's blacked out.
Maybe it'll come up when we do the next mission.
Yeah, select the squads that will apply on the next mission. So I'm guessing.
Oh God, I got to use Thule then. Okay.
Yeah, well, I
got his heal ability.
He does.
We can make it work.
Strike cruiser retribution. This is Jonah Orion. Yes, my name is Kick-Ass. We're under attack. Blah 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 blah.
There's a lot of 40k characters that have some pretty awesome names.
I thought that said Jonah Onion.
Jonah.
Close enough.
Oh, we
You've
get
been playing too
some.
much Dark Souls, my friend. Said nobody ever.
Every time I
spent the whole year on all 3 games. Actually,
Yes.
change.
Every time I play like a Souls game, I get my ass kicked, but I know if I keep on trying, I will fall for it. But then I'm like, you know what? If I have to basically weep blood in order to enjoy this game, is it worth it? And the answer before anyone says I know is yes, but I am low energy. So
I don't know, like the first and the third one didn't frustrate me all that much. The second one with the enemy span, I was just like, oh, okay, this is getting a little absurd.
first one I ever played was Bloodborne.
Bloodborne.
Oh my god!
Luka, actually.
Although I'm very proud to say I managed to take out the werewolf at the very beginning there. I was
There you go.
yeah. I
Punch
was
him to death.
yeah.
Karate chop action.
Really bad swings, like ew,
That
drunken
is the only
swings.
monster in that game that I have been unable to kill when you first
You can tell it's just down to luck. You think you just have to get him into like a little corner, or you have to get into a little corner and he'll kind of miss every time he swipes.
And it's kind of funny because it's like you could put in all this effort and actually get the kill, and it doesn't matter at all. You get no benefit out of it whatsoever.
I know.
yeah.
You're supposed to be.
Hell, isn't that in Demon Souls? Like you can actually like defeat the thing that's meant to kill you, but then it'll just something else will kill you straight away.
Probably. Actually, they do something like that in Sekiro, where the first boss fight you're meant to lose, but if you do manage to beat it, then they pull out some sort of DM plot train bullshit on you anyway.
They had a backup plan in case you did beat the boss.
Yeah, exactly. Because the premise of the whole thing is that he's the guy who cuts your character's arm off because you're supposed to have a prosthetic arm for most of the game, right?
As far as I remember, I've only seen people play it, but I've seen enough people play it to get the gist of it.
By the way, considering what you just said about what you just told us about your feelings about Dark Souls, low energy, you should never play Sekiro.
Yeah, I made that decision a long time ago. It's the sort of game I have no problem enjoying watching, but I know my limits.
It's a lot of fun, but it is more difficult than Dark Souls.
Oh, that didn't do jack shit.
At least until you like, it relies on player skill even more than Dark Souls does, because there's no stat. There's very little in the way of stats, and there's no gear, so you can't just level up your way through a difficult thing. Not that you really could in Dark Souls either, but it did help.
Yeah.
And actually, your choice of weapon could have made a massive difference in Dark Souls. Whereas you've only got one weapon in Sekiro, so you can't just swap it out for something else if you're having a hard time.
Yeah.
You have to get good.
One thing I don't like about, and it's not even the game itself, but one thing I don't like about the Souls games is that the fans that get really, really full of themselves if you're not good at it. The sort of, the really sort of like get good.
Get upset at the idea of having an easy mode.
Yeah, and that's something that I don't agree with Yahtzee, because he doesn't like the idea of having an easy mode, but it's just an option for people maybe like me.
Wrong with options.
Yeah, put them there. You never have to.
Probably not use it personally, but I'm not upset if they want to have it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, who are you to take away fun just because you don't think that it's like challenging? Some people don't play games for challenge. People do it just to zone out.
Like, I generally don't play games for challenge, but it just happens that the Souls games and Sekiro have a challenge that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I don't play it for it.
Yeah, I know there are some.
You wouldn't gatekeep a game like Dark Souls, yeah.
And there's people out there who would like the very first time they play a game, they'll play on very hard or nightmare mode.
Oh, I know a lot of people like that.
And I do not understand that nonsense.
It's
because they want to impress people.
Exactly, and it's over a video game. Wow, yeah, you're so impressive. Whoop-de-doo. You know?
I just play whatever difficulty. Yeah. I can't speak English. Whatever difficulty gives me the best challenge. Like with Resident Evil 2, standard is hard enough for me. Although standard in Resident Evil 3 is absurdly easy, but like in RE2 standard does it perfectly for me.
I'm trying to think any games that I play that are like on really, really hard difficulty, and nothing really comes to mind, but that doesn't mean from time to time I won't push myself. I like doing that with Civilization. I like getting the levels up. I can take on about 8 players and win in Prince. But that's about as good as I can push myself. No, that doesn't mean if I didn't like really grind, I could do better. But I don't play games like that. Like it's just not what I do. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's what Dark Souls did to me. Like once I got through the first 2 and through most of the third one, I was kind of burned out from just like playing games at all.
And that's another thing. Like why would you eventually like tax yourself to that degree when you're trying to enjoy a thing? You know. Eventually, if it's like, oh, it's too hard, doesn't matter how good. There was a game not too long ago I played on this channel, and it was very difficult, but it was like I clearly was enjoying it. It was just too hard for me. Papers, Please. I didn't really get Papers, Please. The mechanics were. I just couldn't master it.
I've never played it, but I've watched a bit of it, and it looks brutal.
Especially near the end, where you have to double check and triple check and quadruple check, and then make some sort of moral choice. And hell, that looks easy in comparison to what's at Valhalla, the bar simulator, the cyberpunk bar simulator. That looks even more complicated. You think me of all people would be comfortable in a bar, but no, I honestly. I don't get those people, but you know, more power to them if they can pull that shit off. Just like don't then be like, you need easy mode. Only real gamers, like blah blah blah. And like you're like, oh for fuck's sake, you damn child. I loved Jim Sterling's Duke, the whatever the hell his name is, character where he reads those sort of comments. You're the sort of person who likes easy mode. Real gamers. Yeah. Royston! Or you're the type of like really bad spelling and everything, grammar. You're the type of person that wants women's in games.
I always laugh at the people who complain that they think that Jim Sterling is a pompous ass. It's like you guys don't get sarcasm, do you? No,
a lot of them are. Well, I mean, he's English, and a lot of those people would be Americans, so they probably wouldn't get sarcasm. But I mean,
you're not wrong.
Yeah, around about the 90s, you guys were introduced to it, and you've been trying your best ever since. And God bless you, but some days are clearly harder than others.
Usually the ones that run around calling others snowflakes are in fact snowflakes themselves. They're other people.
The most snowflakey people are people on the right these days. You know, like they're the ones that are going to use snowflake for everything. Yeah. Did I hurt your feelings, snowflake? No. Now let's talk about Trump. No, you can't talk about Trump. Trump's a great president.
Oh, they keep one-shotting the librarian over here.
Yeah, that's why we needed to
get... Like he spends all of his time in a place full of books rather than fighting.
You think a super soldier would, librarian would at least be a little more... Jesus Christ! So Robin ran away.
So he found the...
Oh my God, do we have to restart? We're about to die.
Get out of there. Run, man, run. Holy shit, we got slapped.
That just happened so quickly. Oh, well, there's a reason. Where's bloody Davian?
He's an NPC now.
Oh, fuck.
They take him away and give me Jonah instead.
That worked out so well, didn't it?
Alright, you don't need to go all the way back.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, part of the problem is Jonah's getting one-shot by things. Like, he'll be walking up there at full health, and suddenly he's down.
Yeah, it's those fucking rangers.
Quick, Jonah, use your onions.
His ultimate
Power of
level 30 is Jonah's onion.
He should have like different layers of armor that like flake off.
A blade of onion armor.
Okay, so how are we gonna manage this? It's that bloody generator. That's not helping either.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Damn space elves and their space generators.
I know,
Space generators!
Generating all this space.
Space generator. Yeah, get them away.
Oh, that's the problem with the retreat buttons, because we took this beacon right here.
Ah, so we were running right into
So
them.
the retreat button is sending them to this beacon.
Because that makes sense.
Oh, technically it does in the sense that it's the closest beacon, but
Yeah.
not really in the other senses.
In any other senses.
Quick, run towards the enemy.
Yeah.
We're not retreating, we're just advancing in the opposite direction.
Absolutely.
We're advancing towards you so we can attack you from behind.
There you go. Alright, let's calls for some nades.
Nade.
Nade for the knaves.
Yes.
Boom!
Exactly.
What were we talking about before we got ourselves slaughtered? Was it
I don't remember.
snowflakes?
That's it.
Yeah. These mobile guns aren't helping either, but at least they're gone now. Yeah, no, like no, sarcasm. Yeah, it was the sarcasm before that.
Also.
Yeah, when Jim says stuff like "Thank God for me," he's doing it ironically because of the guy from Digital Homicide said it, and Jim disliked it so much.
No. Huh? That's different. Thank God for me was just always been his sign off.
No,
because he's
not always.
No,
no.
I'm Jim fucking Sterling, son.
Oh, that's right.
It came from Digital Homicide.
Yeah, and he made it his own. I'm a coming.
Bad touch.
Bad touch.
Where did the Eldar touch you? Here.
Everywhere.
Let's send Rangers in close combat. Oh, they went to the Cyrus School of Ranging.
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of... Did you ever see the movie Commando? Or Commando 2, rather?
No.
Near the end, it's the most convoluted thing ever. Arnie is there trying to save his daughter, and his old friend / now like rival is there with like a gun, and he's like, "What? You're not strong enough to fight me?" And he just takes. "I don't need a gun to kill you." He drops his gun, takes out his blade, starts coming towards him. "What? You need a blade as well?" "Oh, I don't need a knife." The guy's like half his size of Arnie. It's like, "What? You can't shoot yourself beforehand?" Like, "I'll show you." It's like the most ridiculous thing ever. He also kills 5,000 people, including the great scene where he blows up a building with a missile launcher, and it's clearly like a cardboard cutout building. It's pretty damn impressive. God, I love that film.
Nice.
80s and 90s action. They do make them like they used to, but not as often. Obstacles can hide your troops and enemies, allowing you to ambush them. Okay, well...
Work if we don't go over there and get him.
That's right. Whee!
There you go. Well, that's why we're losing. We've got Thaddeus on the team.
Thaddeus, gonna get a thumpius.
He's such a squishy boy. It's sad because Assault Marines are some of the most badass Space Marines there are.
They
Such a
just...
squishy boy.
Yeah. Suppose they didn't want to make him too OP.
Well, I mean, yeah, his name's Thaddeus.
I mean, what else could you possibly expect, right?
Good old Thad.
They were told to stand guard, but they never
Thad the
told to go
Chad.
back inside.
Use explosives on enemies in structures. You're not
Did
the
we already
bo-
go through the tutorial before this?
Eh.
Should have called him Chadius.
Exactly.
He does kind of look like someone out of like American Graffiti. Up close.
Oh shit! I like how you just kick the shit out of that tank with a giant hammer.
Nah, that's 40k.
That is so very 40k.
Brad Jones was reviewing like a Christian like Mad Max knockoff from the Jesus Bro dude.
Oh god, that is horrific.
And like he's these days he's like one of the people in charge of PureFlix. A something white, yeah, AWA.
Did you say PureFlix?
PureFlix. PureFlix. Yes. Are you not aware of the Christian mythos of the Christian exploitation films? They come in many a flavor,
horrific.
And they're all terrible. But yeah, he has like a trilogy of sort of Rapture films that are all just like knockoffs of Mad Max and shit. But one of which has a biker gang, and they'll kill you by chasing you down and killing you with a hammer. And I swear to Christ, a hammer is just a thunder hammer from 40k painted a different color. It's the most proper.
I was actually hoping you were going to say it's just like a hammer from somebody's tool shed.
The prop department.
Where this was going.
The prop department didn't do too well.
Depot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. One with the little the blue plastic grip around it.
No, even better. One of the little blow up ones that's made of
plastic.
Yeah, I was like, it's not rubber, but yeah, it's also made of plastic. You just blow air.
Like the whole thing, yeah. Oh god, that would be a slow death.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
You die of annoyance before anything else.
Oh, for God's sake, I'll just snip my own wrists.
Fuck it, just give me a gun and I'll end it already.
That sounds like a weird offshoot of one of the chaos cults that would do that. Just irritate you to death.
Slanesh, maybe.
Yeah, it's a weird Slanesh offshoot of just like a sensation cult. The sensation is annoyance.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
And instead of having noise marines, they do the thing.
Wine marine.
Where they're just like.
Did you guys ever play?
Noise in the world.
You ever play Borderlands? Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Do you remember the most annoying gun in the world? The cursed gun that screamed every time it fired.
And then there was the one you were given by Hyperion that would just like sass you all constantly.
Yeah, or every time you die, like the sort of passive aggressive reanimation thing.
That was the respawn stations.
Yeah.
My favorite one was the one where she's like try not to dwell on the existential crisis of the fact that the original you is dead forever and you're merely a cloned replacement.
Kind of reminds me of what's it, the big empty from New Vegas, your stealth suit that's like really really emotionally unstable and is constantly like needy. Like, did I do something wrong?
It was like a teenage girl.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll be quiet now.
That was strange.
And it was the voice actor of that was the one from IGN, wasn't it? The one who shows up in Mass Effect 3.
I don't remember.
They got like a lot
I don't
of.
think I ever knew.
They got a lot of voice actors to do the roles on that.
Did you ever play the Old World Blues DLC?
Yeah, that's
You describing
that isn't that the MT one?
yeah, Big Empty.
Yeah, where your brain is like the sarcastic British guy.
Yeah.
You know, which is, it's even funnier if you play as a female. Cause it's like, why does my brain sound like a dude when I'm playing as a chick?
I also thought it was funny too that one of the brains in the jars was Dr. Venture.
They have a reference to that. He's like clean up the floating eyeballs or something like that. Please clean up the floating eyeballs. You know, like,
that DLC was so bizarre.
It was a great little callback to all the zaniness of the older games because it was getting really serious. The series, it's like 40K. Like at one point, this series was so ridiculous and over the top. Now it's just over the top in the sense of like scale. But like orcs used to be fun. Now they're kind of still fun, but they're a little bit out of place in comparison to all the grimly dark around them. You know. But then again, like it was either that or a lot of skimpy outfits. Hopefully not while the orcs.
That's on the orcs.
Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully not at the same time.
I don't know. Slanesh might get some ideas.
Well, that's what the Dark Eldar are all about. Hi, do you like S&M and bikinis?
The Dark Eldar exist.
Yeah, what did Arch Warhammer say? A race whose sole existence is the absence of a safe word.
Yeah. I mean, Slanesh was literally humped into existence. Literally.
It started innocently enough, you know, a glow in the dark condom, and then at the end, you know, you've gone to completely buy out all the stock of bad dragon dildos.
and none of the lube.
Lube, that's for rookies. If you do your job right, they make their own lube, one way or another.
Blood is a good lube.
Well, we could start with blood. Wee.
I mean, there's all kinds of bodily fluids that can be tapped into, right?
Absolutely, each with their own unique flavor and sound.
I will be right back. I need to heal.
Well, here we go. I will not leave Endymion to these Xenos. Captain Tool, hold fast. Must we?
He's a big boy. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Actually, he won't. We actually have to go back.
We're missing a lad, though.
And I'm missing... Yeah, Thaddeus is dead.
We will honor his memory.
Yeah, we'll just leave him there. We're good. Wee.
Man, it'll be nice to get some proper gear on Jonah one of these days.
Well, next turn we'll be able to at least add him in.
Yeah, but I don't know if we're gonna have any gear to put on him yet.
I saw not gear, but I know he has like a spell, like a blood or what's it, like a Raven's Wings or something. Probably like increases speed or something.
There's an accessory that gives him energy back. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, you gotta take him on. I have to get down to Thule. All you have to do is just reach Thule, and then it'll kind of like stop this counter. Okay, well that's...
Well, the counter is basically his health.
Yeah. Well, obviously. But I'm literally just ignoring these motherfuckers. No time for you, pointy ears. That's racist. You literally call us monkeys.
They do. That's okay. I'll shoot them in the back while they're distracted by you running past them. They're like, what was that, Gak?
Yeah, well, gotta remember, he's taking off like Usain Bolt.
Right lunches. Whee! When I was playing Space Marine on this channel, someone in the comments was like, wow, for a guy in that armor, he runs really fast. And he's not wrong. I mean, like, the way your character runs in that, he's like... it's just... Jesus Christ.
It's true. That's what's made for it. It's got servo assist in there.
And you've got the black carapace, so it's kind of like your second skin.
They looks kind of like an alien queen.
A little, with the whole back... the back spikes and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're soloing everything down there, low energy.
Yeah, now that we're here, Duel's going to be fine because, well, it's a bunch of Guardians versus a Dreadnought. I think it'll be okay, but it was just those bright lances were slicing into him.
I'm gonna hit you with my pellet gun.
Oh, they've got like the lights from a planetarium they're firing at you.
I got a real nice hammer for you up here.
Ooh, hammers are my friend. At least I get my hands on
purple hammer.
On some Terminator armor. Then Terminator armor is my friend.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, would you just kill him? He's a fucking Eldar. Look, I love how they're using ballet moves against us in fights.
Right?
Destroy the enemy fancifully.
Well, that's what a Harlequin is. If you remember them from Dawn of War, the first one.
Cast pirouette.
Yeah, they're basically dancing around you. It's kind of embarrassing, especially when you can't hit them to save your life.
We will slay you with the dance of our people.
Interpretive dance has never been so deadly.
I interpret this as meaning your doom.
Don't forget, folks, if you're enjoying it, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Do check down the links down below for Krendar&Luka, and of course for our Discord, Streamlabs, and I think I forgot Instagram this week. I gotta fix that. But you'll find my email down there too. So it's all good in the proverbial neighbor and indeed hood. Bang, 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 bang. Hooray, we survived. Vaguely.
Except for poor Thaddeus.
Who? Oh, yeah. Jackbat dude. I have a name.
Rest in pieces, buddy. Somebody send the apothecary to get his gene seed.
I'm not dead. It's like that scene out of Holy Grail. I'm feeling better. No, he's really dead.
It's like you beat the campaign.
I think I'll go for a walk.
And it's like you beat this campaign of the epilogue and credits scene, and it's him waking up going, "Where am I? What happened?
Yeah.
Where'd everybody go? Why are there all these dead Eldar here?"
Guys! The ship is just leaving orbit and they can hear his radio. And no one says that and they just turn off that transmission. Like, anyway, let's go get something to eat, everyone. Yeah!
Sounds about right.
Alright, so I'm going to put... fever. Great stuff. Bloop, bloop. Feel no pain. Ability unlocked. Through sheer conviction that your cause is a briefly take target ally immune to damage. Alternatively, cow a target. Interesting use of the word. With same conviction, stunning them. Neat. I'm also.
It looks like that purple hammer we got is a corrupting item.
Oh, so it is. I can see the chaos symbol there. But can we get rid of it? We can. We're gonna be sweet boys in this time. Let's get rid of the Master Plasma Gun. I'm gonna sneeze now. Sneeze. That was a sneeze. Okay, I'm just going to quickly turn the light on real quick. It's getting dark in here. There we go. Let's have a gander. Artifact Scout Armor. Do you need that for Cyrus?
I don't know. I'm not playing Cyrus.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of different choices now, so we don't have to pick the crappier ones.
Right.
So then I guess we'll just get rid of this Scout Armor then. Although don't forget that some missions, they'll want you to take them on, and you'll get corruption points if you don't, so...
True.
Don't leave them. Don't turn them in. Everyone into Thaddeus, you know. Bloop.
So what was the question? Do I want what for him?
The armor.
Which one?
There's only one suit of armor down in the armor for Cyrus.
You mean the one with a white name that's useless?
Yes.
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. In a way it goes.
We just throw away anything with a white name automatically.
Yeah. We can't let them into our ethno state of names.
No, absolutely not.
Name-o state. Oh, I can give him the Claw Zeal. Okay, cool.
There, now he's got some armor. That'll be helpful.
Hooray!
Accessories. Shall I give him this thingy? I might give him the Raven here. But there's gonna be other stuff too that he's gonna need.
Required repair by a Tech Marine. They don't want you to be too good too early. Who the hell is taking over from our... We must have another Tech Marine. He can't be the only one on board.
I mean, Tech Marines are pretty rare.
I know, but in that case, then at least can we have like a Tech Priest to do the same job? At least then we'd have some animations of a Tech Priest that would look pretty cool. Bloop, bloop. Alright, level up. Unkillable. As 4 Commander health drops, he could a consummate resistance to further damage. Solid. Tome of Force. Are you gonna take Jonah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll leave what skills you want to use on him.
I think I've got him equipped the way I want him now, but I might need to change later, so who knows. So we'll leave his accessories there.
I think
that's all the gear we can do right now.
I think so. It looks, which is a shame because Tarkus is almost ready to level up, but I can't think of that.
Other Jonah armor here, but they require things I don't have yet. That one I can get soon. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna want it, but we'll see. All right, I think we're good.
Okay, let's
our squad, so I will do that.
Right. I'm gonna get my Tark and Avidus. We've got a very ranged heavy group now.
Tark.
Okay, golds. Meridian.
I mean, we're as ranged heavy as we were in the original game.
It's true, but of course Jonah, you need to keep shit away from him, so he can do his shocking shit.
Well, mostly so he just doesn't die.
Oh, is this the one where we have to defend the city gates? Not the gate, the palace. That can be that's a bitch to do. Oh,
I hope it's not this early.
No, I hope not. I think that might be the last one on the planet. And our governor, or our administrator, is now governor.
Here's our friendo.
Her collar is still so tight you can't turn her head.
Yeah. I'll hear her talk.
Yeah.
Holy shit, your governor's hot.
Yeah, she is.
And that voice, though, eh?
Well, she's the only female voice actress in the game, isn't she? Because I think she's the same voice actress who does the Farseer.
Yeah, but when she's doing Governor DeRosa, she's got like this strong husky voice going on.
She does. Have you noticed also in the animation in one scene she's sneering? She's kind of like growl, almost like she growls, like she can't believe how shit her look is. Bitch, you're in charge of a planet. Things are looking up for you right now.
Well, it's the original sneer she had from when she was the
administrator, and she was all condescending and shit.
Yeah.
I still love just looking.
She became an honorable badass.
I still love looking at the planet, the occasional explosions, because each one of those massive explosions would be the size of like a nuke, and that just shows how like over the top 40K is.
Yeah, that you can see these explosions from orbit,
and it's like they're not even mentioned. It's not even like brought up. It's just like an average day.
Yeah, exactly. No way those are grenades or rockets. You would not be able to see those from orbit.
No, you can actually see one of the missiles being launched from a location, and then it just goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, uprising at Angel Forge. Bring jump pack or teleport packs to maximize your squads. Ugh! Oh, Thaddeus. We don't. Unless, of course, it's like we get some sort of... You want the Angel Forge for itself. Yeah.
We'll bring what we feel like bringing, and you'll like it.
Yeah. Although let's hear what Thaddeus will have to say about it. I get to go home, hooray! No, Thaddeus, you've got a very important job. Davian's all covered in muck. You have to clean him with this. But we have servitors to do. Here's a rag and like a dirty bucket of water.
go wash the dreadnought.
Get in all the cracks and crevices. I've been to places.
Fill my drink real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
Sure thing, man. Yeah, let's see. Bonus. Orcs are well armed. Expect vehicles, gunners, and structures and ambushers. Angel Gate is Force final defense. Destroying it would render the forge vulnerable. I don't know. It got knocked down pretty easily in the last game.
That and orc weaponry tends to backfire 50% of the time.
Also, there's numerous other entrances into the forge. There's like 3 of them, not counting going under tunnels and shit. This place is really badly designed.
So many tunnels.
Yeah, and it's not like orcs are famous for using tunnels and getting where you don't want them to be. Salt pattern Vulcan. Well, Tarkus now has a melter gun, which is going to be great up close and personal, but won't have the range. That's alright. And of course, Honey Tits has the greatest thing of all, a hammer that goes bonk. So he is good to go. Wee, wee.
The bonkiest of hammers.
Bonk. Isn't that become like a meme? In I think it's Vosh's server. He'll have people like design different versions of Pepe getting bonked.
Do not know.
I think so. No, it's not bonk, it's bopped. You're gonna get bopped. Boop! And all alt-rights are defeated that day.
Alright.
Okay, let's see what Thaddeus has to say. And then... Salt Marines are ideally suited for this mission, Commander. The invasion led in a maze of walls and obstacles.
But do Thaddeus' opinions really matter?
Not really. Also, it's terrible advice because what he's suggesting is that the Assault Marines should just jump off away from the rest of the group and go fight things on their own.
Which, as we saw in the last mission, is not going to end well.
That just gets him killed.
Maybe that's his desire. He's trying to go out of his way to get killed. He's like, I just want to die.
Thaddeus, have you been talking to Cyrus again?
Oh, great! Chad's been hanging out with the emo.
They're just in a dark room listening to like emo chants in the first
Listening to some typo negative.
I can't remember what show it was, but there was like a shtick with one of the characters that like they just hated life so much that they wanted to die, but every time they tried to kill themselves, it just did not work. I'm trying to remember what show that
rough.
was.
Oh.
I think it was an anime.
I know that's a trope that's been used a lot. There was one. Do you remember that the Rocks movie on Hercules?
The live action one.
Yeah. Not the best film in the world, but there was a character in it who just wanted to die, and like he'd stand in front of a line of like archers, and they'd all miss. And he's his arms stretched out, and he's like, "Oh, for God's sake!" You know, like, he just. Oh, of course, yeah. He's like, I also remember Steve Buscemi in Armageddon because he took out that massive loan. He'd get killed when he comes back, so he's like, "Oh, I'll do the suicide mission." You know, they have to strap him to a chair so he can't kill himself.
Yep, that's somebody else's problem now.
Didn't he end up trying to ride the missile at one point as well?
Yeah, no, he suggests doing the Doctor Strangelove thing.
Yeah.
They're all just kind of.
Doctor Strangelove.
Chew, 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 chew.
Oh, the orcs are wearing yellow.
Have some fire.
It's the Chinese orcs.
Yeah.
Well, there is not commie orcs, but commie Gretchen in Gorka Morka. What's it the Great Green Revolution.
Yeah.
With Gretchen commissars.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Have a look at the models. Like, they are just absolutely brilliant looking. They look like 1920s Soviet era soldiers with like the weird looking hats.
Oh fuck! I need to see this.
Yeah, I'll find the link after we're done. I'll send you some model pictures. They're just ridiculous.
They're led by the great Winnie Gar Pooh Grits.
By the way, on a side note, unrelated, but just before I forget about it again, anybody who plays South Park: The Fractured But Whole, the DLC packs are on sale right now.
Oh. God, those buildings go down quick at least, which is great because it's an automatic. No, they're human buildings, but the thing is that it's an auto kill animation for any troops inside it, so it's just perfect, no matter how tough they are.
Yeah, I made sure that Avicus selected a missile launcher that's got an accuracy bonus on it, so he's not going to miss things with his missiles.
Nice, because unless of course he's on a flight of stairs.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because stairs are just No, it just goes to like this endless street. Brothers, I will need assistance.
Yes. But yeah, I remember the first DLC for that game was the Casa Bonita one versus the Vamp Kids. Which I've played, but now I wanted to get the second one, which looks like it's basically a Friday the 13th movie.
Oh,
sort of camping at a lake and shit happens.
All right.
Some horror movie shit happens.
There's more orcs. They'll be hiding.
When you made that missile thing, I was just thinking, like, does the Emperor cackle whenever he gives his stormtroopers missiles because they miss all the time?
You'd think so.
Maybe if he's a text-to-speech emperor, because he's just a dick.
Oh no, in this case we're talking about Palpatine, who's an even more of a dick.
Oh yeah. Or a clone, apparently. Did you see that? Oh yeah, that's actually just...
That came from the novels and stuff, didn't it?
Well, there's
He had a clone of a younger version.
Palpatine's always been known for having clone backups of himself.
Yeah, but this is
the first time his clone was also old.
Yeah, it kind of makes no sense to clone yourself and then have an older clone, you know? Like, it's just...
Not only an older clone, but a fucking decrepit one.
He couldn't leave the damn machine. He was wandering around like a... He looked like a tech priest, actually, thinking of it.
Yeah. I was assuming it was because he's so corrupted by the dark side that he he can't have a healthy body anymore.
I actually thought he just wasn't finished yet, like fully maturing.
Well, you saw his fingers were nubs, right?
It was like Deadpool with the tiny little legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I remember his finger bones were sticking out and shit.
That's right.
It was pretty nasty.
Did you watch Nostalgia Critic's review of it?
Yeah, with the weird, wasn't Tamara the Emperor, and it was like the weird facial, like.
I was thinking that exact same thing when I was watching him talk to Kylo Ren. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm gonna be.
Caesar, yeah, the Caesar Sith, and who were all those bloody cultists? Like, who the fuck were these people? Like,
that was weird.
Oh, do you remember the previous one they did where it was Brad Jones played Snoke? He had the greatest line ever. Do you like my snoking jacket? And then he dies, and he just goes like, "What? I couldn't have had any backstory. 3 lines of dialogue."
I mean,
just me. Sorry, go ahead, Luka.
I was gonna say, like, he looks like some kind of like sophisticated drug lord while also being a pimp when he was wearing that robe thing in the Rise of, or not Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, or not Force Awakens. What the hell's the second one? Last Jedi. Yeah.
Last Jedi. No, that.
Is it just me, or do they have this weird habit of setting up major villains who have the silliest names that you cannot take seriously? Like
Dooku.
We had Dooku, and then we have Snoke. It's like, Snoke does not sound like a villain.
Snoke sounds
like a businessman.
No, Snoke sounds like a villain for Captain Planet. You know, like. It's Snoke Snively.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, those films though. Fuck that
Dooku.
shit.
What the hell kind of name is that?
And they got Christopher fucking Lee to be Dooku.
I know. Like Dooku is a name for the bumbling sidekick.
Hey, on the plus side, when he was cast as Dooku, he was also cast as Saruman, so it kind of leveled out.
Yeah.
I mean, he nailed Saruman perfectly.
Oh yeah, he was awesome, Saruman.
Although I think they mishandled his death in the 3rd film.
Yeah, you only get to see it in the.
The scenes are so disjointed. It's like
it
Saruman
is.
just died again. I was just like, man, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I always love the story that goes with that when you listen to the director's commentary, because you know Christopher Lee was like a spy in World War II, right? They were getting him ready for the scene, and they were like, "All right, now you're gonna get stabbed in the back, and we want you to do this." And he's like, "Oh no, that's not what happens when someone gets stabbed in the back. It's you kind of like you lose all the air in your lungs. So just watch this." And he actually does like a face, and apparently that's because he has killed people before, and I can actually believe that shit. Like I think he did actually like do OSS missions back in the day. Eliphas, you fucking snide little shit. Welcome to the show.
See that right there, that's a villain name.
Eliphas the Inheritor. And he's so cocky and sounding. Destroying Angel Gate.
No, we're not destroying the gate, lads. We're gonna go around. Actually, wait, we have to, don't we?
Chaos Undivided or whatever.
Yeah, he's Word Bearer, isn't he? Or Alfred Legion.
Yeah, like the guy that's like in charge of chaos, but he can never win.
That's right. Because if well, that's Abaddon, then I suppose, but he eventually,
Abaddon,
and now Abaddon actually does win at the end of it.
You know, at least during the heresy, I remember there being like this super high-ranking manipulative priest guy in the Word Bearers.
Oh shit, he's the one that gets the anathane, and he kind of like, yeah, oh god, not Lorkharn, no.
Up the walls, lads.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, though. He's kind of.
Yeah, I don't remember his exact name, but it was close. It was similar to Eliphas.
Yeah. He convinces Lorgar.
He's the guy who started the heresy, because he's the guy who made sure that
pretty much
got corrupted.
Yeah, I love the backstory of the anathane, because it's been in it, the ritual to get it as evil as possible has been in the works since the Stone Age. Like you actually get to see the whole story of the blade. How
that's
it
long-term planning right there.
Yeah, well, that's the gods for you. They don't have any concept of time.
Of course, the Emperor did the same thing.
Technically, it's older than the Emperor. Yeah. I wonder.
Yeah, he set up the Tech Priests of Mars in like 5000 BC.
Pretty much. Of course, then he also. It makes me wonder, like, what was he aware of? Was because by the lore of the Standard, he's alive right now in our timeline. So who is he? Trump?
Do we even need to open the gate? We can just walk in from the wall here.
We can't now because there was a portal. Was a portal, but there's the gate.
That's true. We got rid of the MacGuffin that was stopping us.
Yeah.
But I like how they give you all the moral choices. Like, you can just batter down the gate, but that's going to fuck up future defenses.
Well, considering that the gate tends to fall anyway.
Be a boy and don't do that.
The fuck? Oh, that's one of our dudes. My bad.
Why can't I kill this ally?
Yay, the Space Marines are here! This way, my brothers. Trust me, I'm very camp. I like when they.
The can isn't long enough.
I like when he teleports in the Terminator, the Dreadnought, the Chaos Dreadnought, and it's one of the and it's either this or the next one. It's the next one, and if I'm right, it's one of the enemies from the previous game, and he's been punished by being put inside a Dreadnought.
Yeah.
It's like it's not Krull because he's dead. He got killed by Gorguts. It wouldn't be Sindri. He got killed by Angelos in the first game. I can't remember who it is. We'll eventually find it when we get to the level. But it's just a great comparison. Like, it's an actual punishment to be put inside a Dreadnought.
Well, especially a Chaos Dreadnought.
Yeah. That's why they lose their mind. They say lines like, "Give me pain, make me sane."
Yeah.
I'm sure they get along well with the Dark Eldar.
Pretty much.
Seriously.
Homunculus must give them some pointers or something. Oh, I can't wait till like we actually get like some sort of representation of like real homunculus, because they are just fucking crazy as shit.
You'd think that the Slaaneshi's worshippers would get along really well with the Dark Eldar, because it's like, we're worshipping the god that you guys created with your dicks.
Well, aren't the Dark Eldar afraid of...
They're absolutely terrified. They wouldn't have anything to do with Slaaneshi worshippers. Like, even being nearby them would just, like, put them on edge. Because, of course, they often do die, a lot of Dark Eldar, and they get brought back. They'll do anything to keep themselves alive, and that includes feeding other people to the Slaanesh. Which in the process also gets them off. So it definitely
win-win.
it's definitely a win-win. I'd love a sort of do you remember games like the Conan MMO and things like that? Imagine that, but in Komorra. Or Komarog, rather. Komarog.
What's that?
Oh, that's the Dark Eldar city.
Oh, okay.
Because when you're born, you're just thrown down into like the slums, and you're just told to survive. And at some point, you can like get enough money together to be like a contributing factor of society.
Man, that's a lot of work to do for a baby.
I think they're like grown in vats, because probably the mothers would slice them out. Bored one day, they get their first period, baby cramps in the stomach. Like, ow, fuck this shit! And she'll just slice up on her own stomach. Like,
probably.
Hell, that's the reason why the Crossed all get wiped out. Yes. Here, this is the. There he is.
He's just nameless. That's no fun.
Oh man, I remember one of them is put inside it as a sort of like a punishment. They're like, wait, no. But yeah, he's just a regular old-fashioned dreadnought. Fuck that shit. The crappiest example I ever saw of like a Chaos Dreadnought was in do you remember the Fire Warrior game?
I remember it existing, but I never played it.
It came out with a book, and it the Dreadnought actually gives the Tau Fire Warrior this huge ass backstory in the middle of a fight, and it's so weird because it like they're in the middle of a fight, and he's like telling them about the history of the Imperium and this world in question and how chaos spread, but it's happening while they're like taking pot shots and things like that. It's like, as you know, you know, like, what the fuck?
Not of the time, brother.
Woo. Okay, there goes that. Now we just take out this fucker. Good thing Tarkus is...
Unfortunately, I can't use my nukes on this guy because they're only against living things.
Smashy, smashy, but luckily Tarkus has
You just made me think of that Barry line, like, you should take this. It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry has so many quotable lines in the original Resident Evil.
Was he the one who said it was going to turn you into a Jill sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Which they riffed on in
Jill sandwich.
Didn't they riff on that on the number 3 remake?
No, I don't think they did. There is a shop in the first Dead Rising game called Jill Sandwiches.
The
And I think
Master of Unlocking. I remember that as well.
Yeah, it might be handy if you, the Master of Unlocking, take it with you.
Good old early days of voice acting.
There was a remix of one of his lines where he's like, "Just a moment, all right, this weapon's really powerful against living things." That line, and then you hear this zip sound, and then Jill's like, "Oh, Barry!" Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! This is also powerful against living things.
Yeah. Especially the female variety.
I call it the Impaler.
God, now you made me think of that flood line in Oblivion. Did you ever hear that? Where you go like to the Temple of the One and you talk to one of the priests there, and she fucks up the line and they kept it in, and you can actually hear her go, "Wait, let me try that again." It's just so bad. She's like, "Wait, no, let me try that one again." It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
That's beautiful.
They actually got rid of it, and there was a petition to get it back, and you can get a mod to have it put back in. So, of course, I have that mod.
Of course.
Yeah, why would you remove like a gym like that? I mean, even Lord of the Rings kept some of the improv crap in.
Wait, why do we have corruption now?
Oh, because apparently we were so close to that Dreadnought. But this is also how it teaches you how to go through the healing process, the penance thing.
Right.
Okay. Waiting for Krendar.
Now you are speaking sense, Governor.
Now you're thinking with portals. Oh wait, different game. Waiting for Krendar.
Lies.
Waiting. There we go.
Always waiting, Kwazowski. Always waiting.
Doing stuff, man.
One redemption isn't. That's what you have to wear. You have to wear the blessed power armor.
You don't have to.
No, we can leave it up. We can't get corrupted just from that one little smidge. Although that's not how chaos works at all, and that's exactly how you get corrupted. It's just this one little thing. It's just this wafer thin mint.
Wafer thin.
Get rid of the chaos armor. Mastercraft of Dreadnought plates. They go true. End of Innocence. The Blighted Bolt. The Blighted Bolter. The Black Hole. Oh yeah, when you get rid of the Blighted Bolter, it turns itself into its true form. So now we got a truly corrupted weapon that you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
If you ever want to go down the Commander, I fear Traitor's fouled warp enemy. It may have affected us. Look, if you have something that starts whispering to you that you could be the greatest warrior of all time, if you just let it in, well, maybe that's probably not a good sign.
I don't know. Sounds legit to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Cyrus is being a little cocky there because he's like, "We will never become traitors." Like, yeah, Chaos is subtle. It's not just gonna be up in your face. Like, "Hey, dude, what's up? I'm Chaos. You know, how you doing? Just your local Chaos advertiser."
I love
That's something I've been.
they mash it up and go like, "We are no traitors," and then it cuts to when he becomes a traitor and he's like, "Hello, brothers."
That's something I've been really enjoying about the Horus Heresy novels is they do a really good job of showing you just how subtle Chaos is.
Not always. Sometimes the tonal shift is ridiculous. Like a week after maybe one book, another book, and they're already like written. Like anyone around Fulgrim after he kills Ferrus Manus. One week he's like, "Oh, we're doing this because it's the best for everyone." Next week, "I'm so pretty, I'm so pretty." He's just jumping, he's pirouetting around in like multicolored armor, ripping people's faces off. People are like gnawing their own noses. You know, like, how exactly did it happen?
They did kind of do a thing where they have an explanation of how the Space Marines are genetically coded to be like forced to be loyal to their Primarchs, pretty much. And some of them obviously break through that, but
most do when you think of, especially the Trader Marines, because like the Lorgnar is just so not respected by his legion.
That's true.
Then again, he ruins everything, so I can't blame them.
But they're still on his side overall.
Well, they're on the side of the gods, and then of course you got Mortarion and Typhus eyeing each other up. Angron has no real loyalty because he can barely string two sentences together. It's okay. Let's go now. Which one should I pick? No.
So you said you could barely string two sentences together. So basically, if Donald Trump became a Chaos General,
pretty much.
He's more like the evil version of Doom guy.
Yeah.
Angron is the man who is literally too angry to die.
I love how they gave him. They finally gave him a line of dialogue in the new version. It's just demons rip guts,
yeah.
Which apparently is based off how he spoke in the comic. That's how he spoke as well. It was just rip and tear.
I think the comic is where rip and tear came from, and now it's like his catchphrase. Because both Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal will use that phrase in their intros.
Yeah.
Rip and tear until it is done.
The third one, they're probably going to go up against Jeebus. Or Space Jeebus.
Space Jeebus.
Space Jeebus, he's like regular Jeebus, but in space.
Where they could go from here.
Well,
I'm not. It's a little unclear, but they could still do a bunch of stuff.
Well, I spoiled that and actually like watched the ending and near the end.
Keep in mind low energy. Keep in mind that Luka hasn't played Eternal yet.
Oh well, fair enough though.
I mean, I played the first level, but yeah.
Yeah.
The first level is crazy. I'm like, why the fuck am I on a Viking longship?
It kind of reminds me. I'm surprised you don't find like Deathlock there or some like Nathan explosion just there like, oh yeah. So they're like the guides around the ship.
What I do like about Doom Eternal is how it's a big callback to the original Doom with all the item designs, the monster designs, and all that.
That's true.
Isn't there like a setting to
the plasma rifle look like the original plasma rifle again?
Yeah,
they did.
Isn't there like a setting to make everything go all like 16-bit?
I don't know.
I think there's levels you can unlock that are the 16-bit levels from the original Doom and original Doom 2.
Nice. Um,
I thought it was funny when I was watching a YouTuber play through after I played it, and he's usually pretty good for wanting to hunt down secrets and stuff like that. But I'm sitting here watching him like breeze right past the first 2 or 3 secret doors in the game. He's not even looking around for them at all.
I mean, that's
I'm
what
like,
I did.
it was right there. You would have found it if you just turned left instead of right.
Although I did go back and find a bunch of the other secrets that helped me out in the final boss. Although, what pissed me off is I found out after the fact that I had it on the easiest difficulty, accidentally, because I put on the easiest difficulty just so I could go through all the levels, get all the shit and whatnot, without having to worry about refighting monsters and shit. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna beat the final boss. I beat the final boss, and then I see on my save file that it says whatever the hell is it, Hurt Me Plenty? Is that the easiest one?
No, that's not.
No,
yeah.
I'm too young to die. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I killed it on the easiest difficulty. Fuck.
But
No wonder it wasn't as hard this time.
I know. I was like, man, maybe I was just too drunk when I fought it the last time. I forgot to change the difficulty back. I was like,
you just weren't drunk enough.
Krendar, Jonah can level up.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
He's got onions. No. He's got layers.
Oh, it didn't say the thing on my screen.
That's weird.
Game's lying to you.
Why does it lie though?
I blame Zinch.
Everything is Zinch's fault when you think about it.
It really is.
Have you seen they're trying to like squeeze in Malice these days? I like the look of Malice, like the symbol for him. Malice is like the fifth god of it, kind of.
He's a renegade. Like he's on nobody's side but his own.
Yeah.
Is he the god of chaos fighting itself?
Kind of, yeah.
Because I heard about there being a fifth one that was.
He's like really old school. He was like the Gen 1 era of like there's a comic book I think they got a guy from Dark Horse Comics to show one of his champions, and he's like a dark eldar who's just lost his fucking mind, and he goes around with like a sword and shield and just kills everything around him in like an underhive just because. And to celebrate the gods, he just ritually cuts himself at any given time. There's like he has no purpose whatsoever. And you get to see there's a chaos chapter that follows him, the Sons of Malice. You get to fight them in Battlefleet Gothic 2. Which is a nice change of pace. Speaking of, we have to go Aurelia now. Ooh, last cannon for what's his name, Avitus.
Kinky.
Marlon, now's the time to strike back. I could help you, but I'm too busy being over here. Doing what? That's not important right now. You're just not going to help, are you? No, I'm not. You got one freebie at the end of the last one.
Also, when can we get a second drop pod installed on this ship so we can deploy the other half of our people?
Yeah, they only want to show up when it's like cool looking.
Or maybe a Thunderhawk.
It'd be cool if you could like control like a Thunderhawk like strike run and it would just fly by and bombard shit, but it's all scripted, so.
Yeah. I always find it weird in these video games where the gamification shows through the cracks and what do they call it? Ludonarrative dissonance, where the gameplay makes no logical sense to the story.
Absolutely.
It's like we've got 7 people. Why are we only deploying 4 at a time?
Or how you get like wrangled into really convoluted excuses. I'm going to stay behind here. No, you're coming with us. This is clearly a setup for something where I'm going to have to either sacrifice you or we've got to do what we did with Thule and go back.
But that's still better, though, because at least they're giving you an excuse, even if it's paper thin, as opposed to right now where we're just going to land with these 4 guys and leave the other 3 behind. And we're not even going to say why.
It's even when like the narrative tells you like a character is just being introduced and they're really like getting along well with everyone, and you're like, oh wow, this is really cool. Oh, he's dead. Oh,
Yeah.
he died. He did the Natasha Yar thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's serious now that a named character's been killed. Mass Effect. Luca, you know this scene that you play, but Mass Effect does that nearly every single game.
Speaking of Mass Effect, they're supposedly doing a remaster of the whole trilogy.
I'll be down for the first one because the first one's janky as fuck, but the other two are alright as they are.
I think the second one was the best one. The third one, I think, had the best gameplay, and then the first one.
The first one was good as an establishing.
Yeah, it was just really slow.
And the Mako is just a bitch. Like the bounciness of it. The amount of times I've got stuck in some obscure little planet, like just into like into like canyons and shit like that.
The bounciness was half the fun of it, though. Once he got used to it, and you could kind of predict how it was going to go. You could use it to your advantage really well.
But then, of course, you'd be like on the moon fighting the AI that would eventually become ED, and you're just bouncing around back and forth against like the turrets that move back and forth. There's another great example. Those turrets, they're a shooting gallery. That's all they've turned into. That doesn't make any sense. It does not make sense.
And I like the second one because it had a bit of grit to it, where like the universe is not all pretty and colorful.
No, yeah, you go to Omega, and even like the pretty areas, like say Ilium. They're all sleazy, and they have like indentured servants and things like that. I mean, they have an interview with Thane, who's a professional like assassin, and they don't even hide it. It's like considered, ooh, how exciting, you know.
Yeah. That's I'd still live in the Mass Effect universe before I live in the 40k universe.
Oh, no one would live in the 40k universe. I wouldn't even like to visit the 40k universe in case I fell down a flight of stairs. Because then, if you die in the 40k universe, there is an afterlife, and it's not a nice one.
No.
I was gonna say the same thing goes with the Dead Space universe. I would not want to live there either.
Where?
Dead Space universe.
Oh God, no! Yeah. Hi. So, you know the concept of aliens being God? Yeah, it's kind of true.
They're giant moons.
that want to Lovecraftianly eat you with tentacles after you've committed mass genocide on yourselves. And come,
if they're giant moons, does that mean the Wiccans were right all along?
And David Icke as well.
Mother Moon. Oh no, Mother Moon is angry.
I do hope somebody picks up that franchise because I'm still killed off this.
Three wasn't a bad game at times, but my God, that bloody that crafting system. And then of course, you know, which
I thought was just too damn easy.
At times it could be. Although I love how it starts off on the moon, and how you get to see like a city fall to the necromorph so quickly.
Yeah.
That was so cool looking. Although I hate then, like, oh, the Earth government has fallen. Oh, the monolithic government that's looming over the background and everything is gone. Is it? Yeah. How? I don't know. Even the characters are like, oh, it just ended. Somewhere over there.
Like, hold on. Like, the Earth Gov were kind of the...
Big bad.
Like, they were kind of the umbrella corporation. Like, they were the infallible, faceless entity that was controlling shit from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And like,
especially in the second one.
Crazy cultists.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck? This is dumb.
Like, it just escalated too quickly. I mean, the necromorphs made sense because once they turn you, like in many ways they put the xenomorphs to shame. Like they just move so fast that you get mildly bit by them. It's like the rage virus from 28 Days Later, except they'll turn you into like a mutated killing machine.
Well, what I also appreciated about the human antagonist in Dead Space 2 is that he wasn't an inherently bad guy. Like,
no, he was
doing the best he could to save as many people as possible.
Yeah, the governor. Oh, do you remember the scene with the I think his name's
Tideman.
Yeah. Remember the scene with the eye? You have to get the information out of your eye. Oh, that was horrible when you fucked it up.
Discomforting as shit.
Yeah, it was meant to be too.
It was glorious.
Yeah, every time.
I mean, I loved it, but I was just like,
Yeah.
Which is actually even more poignant for me now that I've had eye surgery.
Ooh. I wouldn't
Like,
have.
I have had a laser and a knife against my eye in real life.
Yeah, I have a friend who's like, anytime she sees somebody like messing with their eyes, she gets like jittery and she gets.
I don't blame her.
I
I
can't imagine.
I once had a sty in my eye, and my girlfriend had to basically hold me down like a dog trying to like feed them a pill, just to get a drop in my eye. And I was like, ah, shit! I was just in pure panic mode, and then it fell, and I was like, ah!
I'm actually a little wasteful with my eye drops because what I do is I just like drip it into the palm of my hand and I just splash it into my eye.
Yeah,
dripping it directly into my eye. I waste like half it, just like spills down onto.
I just let the sty go on its own. I actually put up with the incredibly infected. I suppose you guys in the States call it pink eye, I think.
Yeah.
And it was just, oh god, it was manky. But every time I thought about like the alternative, I was like, no. I even tried doing it drunk once. I was like, all right, just work it, just do it. And I was like, no.
But let me tell you, it's a surreal experience having somebody scrape the surface of your eye with a knife when you've been so not sedated because you're awake, but you've been so pain numbed that you don't feel anything. But you can see your vision blurring from it. It was so weird.
New topic. Armenian genocide. Let's talk about that. Much nicer.
Oh shit! Somebody get Chunk on the phone.
Anyway, let's move on from.
Yeah.
Still though.
I feel a little squicked. Yeah.
I go into way too much detail. The same reason I can't watch anything like Train Spotting or anything like that. I can't watch like people injecting themselves or anything like that. But no. I was actually thinking, when this is all finished, like the rate we're going, and when do you think we're actually going to be done with? Like another month or so, maybe, if we're doing this regularly.
Probably. For the States, no idea.
No, I think he's talking about the game.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry,
the quarantine. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. We got a roadmap.
Well, that might be a month as well.
Well,
not for the States.
No, although some states might give it up and just be like, fine, open up the door, enjoy getting sick, and then a few weeks later, oh well, you shouldn't have opened up the state so early. You know?
I mean, you guys are on the verge of that already.
Yeah, pretty much. Have you seen all those that Michigan rally, quote unquote, where people were
that's why I'm saying that.
Fucking hell.
Fucking Capitol building. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you people?
They're children. That's what they are. They don't want to be told. Americans have a bad habit of being told what to do, even if it's for their betterment. It's just like, no.
Yeah,
I mean, that's basically how the country got formed in the first place, and they're still in that mentality.
Yeah, meanwhile, Canada actually played it right. We're like, oh, you want us to pay taxes for defending us? Okay, that makes sense. You're like, no. America's like, no. We can't.
It also doesn't help that like all the corporations got the bailout money, and then all the citizens got like scraps.
Yeah, the did you get your stimulus package?
Nope.
Ooh.
Nope.
Are you entitled to it?
Yep.
Have you?
Because I make under the 75,000 or whatever figure they set.
Have you made any calls to them or?
I did a submission to whatever website the IRS is telling people to use, and it says, "Yep, you qualify." So I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'll just wait then. If I don't get it in the next couple of weeks, then I'll be like, hey, WTF, guys."
Yep. I hear like very few people are actually getting it in comparison to what should be.
Yeah, because our government has completely fucked this entire thing up.
Absolutely. You guys have the worst case. I was in New York just as it was starting to get serious. And the amount of people that's walking around, very few of them actually had face masks on. Nowadays, of course, New York is just a ghost town. Quite literally, considering the amount of dead people.
Even some of the places I've gone, like they've like I had a face mask on or whatever. I've gotten fucking looks like, oh, he's one of those. I'm like, oh, what the hell?
Yes!
Not to get you sick, you asshole.
I was in a conversation with someone, I won't say who, but they're well known, and they were curious why they wanted, why they had to stay at home, why they couldn't go back to work. And the more and more I talk to them, more I'm like, oh, you just don't want to be told what to do. You honestly think that it's like, oh, I don't think they'd be the sort of person who'd be like protesting and shit, but they'd be the sort of like Karens who'd be like, I want to get my hair cut. Now, eventually they changed their attitude, but like, they could do this research themselves and figure out why the world is getting over it, but America isn't, you know?
Yeah, because like I think it's South Korea, New Zealand.
New Zealand hasn't had a case in ages now.
Well, yeah, because they shut shit down for 2 weeks, let everybody stay home, and then those that got the virus, you know, experienced the symptoms, they either got over it or they died, and the virus is virtually gone there. That's what we should have done.
Then you've got the conspiracy theories, the 5G, the bat soup. I saw.
Bat soup is far more believable than the 5G thing.
Or how about the 5G? Or how about, I saw one yesterday and I can't believe it. I think it might even be a meme. It's a picture of a woman in a face mask, and they say, if they get you to wear this, it'll be much easier for you to wear this, and it shows a woman in a burqa.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're making that connection. They're making that connection.
Oh, yeah,
Protective gear is a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one image I saw where it's like, if the 5G towers cause COVID-19 virus, there's like an 8G picture and it shows like a bunch of necromorphs gathering around a mark.
The markers are just 8G technology, yeah.
Do you guys know who Spirit Science is?
No.
Spirit.
A dumbass though.
Oh my god, he's one of those sort of like Atlantis was a real thing, but he does it in the style of like extra credits. So he's like a cartoon character on a podium.
That guy.
Yeah, he recently did a video where he said he was on like ayahuasca and he saw an image of Emma Watson as the Virgin Mary. But his one is that like COVID. He believes like they're all the connection there, like Corona means crown, and of course crown is you've got Corona in the sun, which of course is one of the gods. Yes, he thinks that like words have those sort of like magical meanings, and
like there's more than one coronavirus, dude. Like Corona is a family of viruses. Its actual true name is SARS-CoV-19 or some shit like that.
That's right. Hold on. What about the hold on, look at this. IG headquarters. Imperial Guard destruction will corrupt deployed squad, 48%.
Oh, well, we can't allow that. Which spot is that?
That's all the way back down there at the beginning. It's getting but the thing is that it's not getting damaged anymore, so I think we're good if we can just be quick about this.
Let's get the communications array here though as well, eh?
Yeah, but also we got best to get this dreadnought real quick.
Once we get out of this current fight, yeah.
Yeah, but no, the conspiracy theories are just all over the place, and a lot of the was it Harris, was it Woody Harris? He promoted the 5G conspiracy.
Yeah, he did. I'm like,
what the fuck, dude?
Go back to making movies.
Good movies at that. He's in a lot of good stuff, and now he's talking absolute trash.
Well, I think I'm sure, don't quote me on this, but I think he's a libertarian. And libertarians are getting real big.
Oh god, libertarians.
I kind of sort of identify as a left-leaning libertarian, but I'm like, I want nothing to do with libertarians right now because they're saying some of the dumbest shit that they've ever said. They think this is
they're pretty far libertarian now.
They've gone way too fucking far with the whole government control shit. They think the COVID-19 is like the opportunity the government needed to take away everybody's civil rights.
It's pretty soon FEMA camps will open up everywhere, and Soros will come out of the bunker.
Well, see, I look at that, I'm like, well, where are you motherfuckers at when they did the Patriot Act or when they did the NSA spying and all that crap? I'm like, that is when they were taking your rights away, you dumbasses.
Yeah, and when they were taking your rights away, but that's okay because it was fighting terrorists. Fuck's sake.
Also, why don't these people think about the fact that, like, what's the one big thing governments are usually the most concerned about is their country's economy, and all of this quarantining is fucking the economy.
That's what Ben Shapiro's openly talking about. He's talking about shit like open up the doors. I don't care how many people die. You know, we have to keep the oil industry going. We have to open up the. We have to get like the stores full of people again. Consume.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, like, that's proof that the government's not doing this to control people, because they're shooting themselves in the foot by doing this.
Yeah.
Really, nobody want this virus benefits fucking nobody.
Exactly.
Except maybe Amazon.
Well, not necessarily Amazon.
Oh my god, Amazon delivered it to us in our packages.
Do you remember that that drone tower they talked about as a joke, where it would just be like this huge, massive tower where thousands. It would be like the Citadel in
Mass Effect.
no, not Mass Effect. Half-Life 2. The big tower full of like drones where Breen ruled the Earth. It's kind of like that, but with Bezos.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, oh god, nothing's helping. And then of course you got all the religious nut jobs who are claiming like, you know, it's God's punishment against blah blah blah. Usually the gays or trans people. Hell, like there was a governor.
Types don't see much difference between those two groups anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Or pedophiles, for that matter, because they can all be lumped together, pieces of shit that they are.
Yeah. Pretty much.
They're bad people. Jesus, we're getting our ass kicked. Tarkus, run away! Sir Tarkus, run away!
I'm trying to nuke this thing, but it keeps knocking me down.
Yeah, ironically, you need someone who's close combat. You'd think that would just make it happier.
Okay, so I saw that mounted guy, and I'm like, why the fuck's sake? Like, why the fuck are wargs in this game? Send out your warg riders.
Come on, baby. There we go. And now you run away.
Flanking nonsense. Get out off of my backside. Oh, apparently our volumes are a little bit off, according to chat.
You're very loud and Krendar&Luka are very low. Well, hold on. I know we're playing multiplayer, so let's just take care of these.
I mean, I checked the sound a couple of times, but it seemed fine on my end.
Yeah, it sounded alright on my end. Let me think. What would be the best way to raise it? There's a few different choices. Krendar, I need to sort this out. Can we head back to the beacon and then I can get this sorted out? Yeah. Because it sounds good on my end, so it should sound good on this end. But then again, maybe not. Need to sort this out. Can we head back to the beacon and then get this sorted out?
Maybe you can.
I am a bit loud. I am a little bit too loud. Let me sort this out.
Maybe if you just turn your own personal mic levels down in OBS, then you can.
Mic and Augs.
Then they can just turn their volume up, and we'll all be equal.
Yeah, we'll try this now.
Something like that.
Okay, you guys talk away.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Testing.
Arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
Domino.
Okay, that helped. That actually that helped. I can actually raise you guys up even a bit higher and bring me down just enough. You guys can still hear me all right?
Yep.
Now he's a little low. Well, I don't know how well I can balance it all out because we're all on different mic settings individually, so it wouldn't be, I couldn't just do it 50-50. I mean, I could try 50-50, see how that helps. Okay, have a gander now.
Testing again.
Squawk.
Okay.
Boogaloo.
Have a gander now. Yeah, they need to be a bit higher, but I think I'll leave my mic as it is and just raise you guys up. Okay, so that should about do it. Now they're low again. Yep, that's fine though, because I just raised them up. In fact, let's just raise them up there. Alright guys, that should sort this out.
Alright then.
Well,
Alright, let's get back to it.
back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Of talking shit about people who can't handle the coronavirus and killing off chaos people who probably could handle the coronavirus because they like Nurgle.
Well, the orcs would just declare a war on it.
Yeah, I'd actually like to see them just like shooting the air, like desperately, the ground.
You say that, but I've actually seen somebody do that.
There was somebody that made a video that featured Rick and Morty gathering up like the Avengers, the Justice League, Shaggy, Goku, One Punch Man, and all them, and they all fought against like coronavirus zombies. It was actually a really good video.
Speaking of Rick and Morty, have you seen the new episode?
I haven't seen any of season 4 yet.
Oh, it's pretty solid.
Season 3 was really fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, season 2, I thought the finale of that one was kind of a letdown. The whole precedent bullshit.
I don't know. I kind of liked it as the metaphor for it, but I'm still curious to see how they're going to pan that out. They haven't really brought that up much yet. I liked the bird person getting turned into like a cyborg,
Yeah.
and how you bring down a government by just making their money worthless.
I'm like, wow, that is actually accurate. That is how you bring down a government. You remove their.
I can do it for money. Gentlemen, please. Well, there's a perfectly rational answer for this. Just got and blows his own head off.
He's like, fuck it, I'm out. Boop.
Give me that coat!
And I'll tell you one thing though, the librarian is so good against crowds of enemy troops.
I was
Yes.
gonna say, like, he's been just crowd clearing like crazy.
Do you have the skill yet that will lift people up and then drop them in like a pile of blood?
No.
It's because
But I got the
power
AoE
of
lightning thing.
Yeah.
The chain lightning he does. It's very good. And I've got a single target big ignite soul thing for like a boss. But it doesn't work against mechanicals.
No.
So I can't use it on this dreadnought here, for example.
Oh,
They have a lot of dreadnought.
That's what we got rockets for.
I immediately thought of the chain lightning from Warcraft 3. You can actually edit it to hit, I think it's up to 16 targets. Oh my god, you can clear a crowd with that fucking spell if you.
Oh
bring it
yeah,
up enough.
that was glorious.
Make Juggernaut go boom.
And we go. Droppy drop drop. And we run away. And let artillery do its work for us for... Ooh, yummy.
Thanks for the warning on that, by the way.
You had plenty of time to...
I had 2 seconds.
Collateral damage.
We are so coordinated.
Sorry, I studied in Krieg, so I basically think that all problems can be solved with artillery, which they
Not
can.
entirely wrong either.
As soon as I saw those bombs drop, I immediately had Rise of the Valkyries start playing in my head.
I love the smell of promethium in the morning. Smells like victory. Metal Monkey says he still can't really hear you guys any better. Any chance you can hire yours on your end?
Raise
I
my
suppose so.
Yeah. I don't think I'll need to do
lower it back down later.
Yeah. You don't need to go crazy about it, I think. Just a little bit more how to do it.
Alright, how's that sounding?
Well, it sounds great to me, but it's going to depends on what the people say in the chat.
Aye. Metal Monkey, what do you think now, aye? Yeah, don't mind me as I sound randomly British for some reason.
Yeah, I raised mine about 10%.
I'll just have to remember to lower it back down later so it doesn't fuck my own stream settings up.
Oh yeah, what are you streaming later on today?
Final Fantasy, my friend.
Might tune in.
I wish I could join you, but as always, I don't want to spoil.
The pre-end game phase where they're like,
can't tell the difference. If you pursue
the next main quest, you're not going to be able to go back again. So you better do all your other shit now.
Oh, the sort of like point of no return.
Yeah, but that's also the point where 10 billion side quests open up. And fast travel opens up.
Ooh.
Nice.
I think it'll probably be... once my next paycheck comes in, I'll probably end up getting it.
Oh god, I so wanted Buzz, you know, no PlayStation. So.
I played the demo was fucking great.
Oh, the demo was great, and the demo is the first mission of the game, essentially.
Yeah,
so the first hour of the game. But I like how they do the fast travel in the game because you unlock it by doing a side quest, and it just totally makes sense in character as to why it would exist. I won't say what it is, but it makes so much sense.
What I found funny though is that the Resident Evil 3 remake came out and like there's maybe 4 hours worth of shit on there, and this one has, I believe it said it had like 30 to 40 hours worth of content, and it's not even the full game.
Right.
Like,
the full Final Fantasy VII remake is going to take at least 3 games to do.
I was thinking they would do it in a trilogy format. That to me, that sounds like a good idea. I just hope they don't
probably what it's going to be. At least.
I just hope they don't go full $60 price tag. I mean, if it gives you 30 to 40 hours of content per game,
I mean, it's a full game. They're charging you full game price for each part because it's a full game's worth of content.
Yeah.
If they do that, then fine. I'll pay the $180 for it.
I hear that they padded it out quite a chunk.
A huge chunk. There's entire new missions and quests that never existed before.
Oh yeah. There were some people that were actually complaining about that.
I wouldn't complain, but and the fact that it makes you want more at the end of it is always a good sign.
Well, the people that were complaining about it were the OG Final Fantasy VII purists. Were like, they didn't change anything; they just needed to update it all. I'm like, yeah,
no,
they didn't update it all. Like,
yeah,
I don't. It doesn't feel like they've really made. Honestly, they haven't really made substantial changes to the existing content. They've just added more content.
Yeah, like they made like Jesse, because Jesse and all them end up dying or whatever.
Spoilers.
The game's fucking over 25 years.
I know, right?
Everybody knows they die.
I know. Oh, do you know who else dies? Aerith. No, really?
Actually, Aerith's death didn't really get to me in the original.
I didn't know. I honestly,
but I wasn't like bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, I think it's like
this game has already made me cry, and that's not even in the game yet.
I could see Aerith's death being the end of the second one.
Yeah, that was the end of what disc 2 or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 1 game per disc essentially with the remake.
Yeah. Yeah, because the original game was, 4 discs?
My mind was so blown when it was like, please insert disc 2. And I was like, wait, did I do something wrong? No, it's just, you need more. They needed to put more in. Oh, God.
Oh yeah, Krendar, the boss battles in the game. So I know the first one's very cinematic and dramatic. Is it only in that boss fight, or are the other boss fights similar to that?
All the boss fights are like that.
Oh, good.
Actually, here's a piece of advice that I've learned the hard way. You're gonna have a hard time managing all your materia slots, because you're gonna have more stuff you want than you're gonna have slots for, right?
Oh, of course.
Here's a strong tip: choose somebody in your party to be your party mage, and make sure they've got most of the elements available to them.
I'm trying to think.
Make sure you've got fire, lightning, ice, and wind available on demand.
So you said like fire, lightning, ice, wind. I'm like, so basically, I just need Captain Planet.
That's Cloud. Actually, no, that's Barrett.
Wait, I can't picture Barrett being a mage.
No, he's Captain Planet.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because he's trying to save the environment and all that. But
although you can actually set up anybody to be the mage. It depends on, like, when you get more weapons for people, everybody's got at least one weapon that is the mage weapon for them.
if I had to make a mage, it can't be Tifa. Tifa's too much of a
punchy punch.
I mean, for most of the game, your mage is going to be Eris.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
and she's kind of spec towards that anyway. Like, she always has been.
Yeah, yeah, she was in the original.
Even more than before now, though.
What's the name of that one chick that carries the gargantuan shuriken?
Yuffie?
Yuffie? Yeah, I might make Yuffie my other mage.
Fucking
I know
hate
she's
her.
I know she's a side character, but or actually no wait.
So is Vincent. Oh, Cat Sith.
Yeah, the cat with the gargantuan looking chancy
the Moogle.
thing. The Moogle, yeah.
Existence is pain.
Yeah. But yeah, make sure you have elemental attacks ready, because there are some bosses who do things like certain mega attacks they have, and the only way to stop them from doing them is to hit them with a certain element at a certain time. Sort of like how that first boss in the demo had that thing where he'd start like repairing himself or barriering himself.
Oh yeah.
And you had to hit him with thunder, right?
Yeah.
Shit like that happens a lot.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I wasn't doing it. I was trying to level up different materia, so I didn't have that stuff available, and I regretted it.
Is the party limit 3, or is it been updated to 4?
It's
damn,
still 3.
I was hoping they'd up it to 4.
I know, but most of the game, you don't have a choice of party members anyway.
Oh, okay.
Because if you think about the original, you didn't really have a choice of your party until after you left Midgar. Right?
Yeah. You kind of peaked at Red 13, and that was
like,
kind of it.
When you're in Midgar, you're generally forced into certain party configurations by the story.
That's true.
Like, oh, this is the Barrett and Tifa part. Oh, this is the Cloud and Eris part, you know? So it doesn't come up much anyway. But it's been really fun. I like the additions.
Ooh, a cutscene.
Some of the bosses are ridiculously hard. There's been at least 3 bosses that I barely scraped through the fight by the skin of my teeth.
Well, yeah, when I fought the first boss, I barely made it through it on the demo.
One thing you'll get is I don't remember if you have it in the demo, but there's a material you get called Assess, which basically lets you do the scan ability to people.
Oh, right.
Like they call it Assess, but
wasn't it like
Libra?
It's
called Scan.
I thought it was Libra.
Sometimes they call it Libra, sometimes they call it Scan. Same thing.
Yeah.
But it gives you all the readout on the enemy, and it'll tell you, like, oh, when the enemy does this, that means he's gonna do this big attack, but then if you hit him with this while he's doing it, it'll stun him out of it. You pay attention to that shit. Scan everything. Oh, and something I learned the hard way because the game never told me. If you push the map button while you're in combat, it'll bring up the enemy information.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you've already scanned something previously, like you're refighting something you've already scanned before, just hit the map button and it'll bring the scan info back up again.
Neat.
Look at the damage done on Aurelia here, and it gets worse. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like it when a game world gets updated to reflect what's happened to it, you know?
Yeah.
Even
First Gift of the Ancients. Who do we want to expend that on? Does Tarkus want a Storm Bolter, or
no, let me just...
should we get a new missile launcher? Actually, the missile launcher I've got now is pretty good. plasma gun. What do you think?
Tarkus gets a storm bolter, but he's got the magma. He's got the melta. Sorry, so
I think it depends whether you've got Terminator armor on at the time or not.
Maybe Lee.
I think that's what the brackets are for Terminator armor.
Yeah. Oh shit! My bad. Undo. Actually, I hit Avitus, but I undid it. It's good. Unassigned squad.
Well, I like this ability I just got on Jonah. Jonah will passively fire Smite or Ignite Soul in combat at no energy cost sometimes. That's beautiful.
That'll be a useful little tool to have.
And also, this Obsidian Raven thing is really doing its work. I have not had any energy problems on Jonah yet.
Sweet.
All right, and do I want to use this? I don't think I do. Let's get rid of... Oh, I'm not allowed to get rid of that. That's weird.
Okay. Almost for Tarkus. Almost leveled up. Also, don't worry too much. Metal Monkey said it himself. He's a little bit on the picky side when it comes to audio. I think he like watches it on like the TV on his like bed, so he's kind of like away from it anyway.
Okay.
So don't fret too much in the future. You're never pleased that man. Okay, let's see. Avitus. That's yours. Cyrus. Ooh, duel. Let's level up tools. Health. Still nothing I can give him.
Hey, we've got 2 Signums now.
Sweet. Signum? Never even met
The thing
him.
that does the artillery strikes.
Yeah, I know. I was setting up for a real crappy joke.
Signum, I hardly know him.
Yeah. My characters are all ready to go. So maybe Cyrus, but he's your baby. To mess around with
I
the very
suppose
least.
so. I'll get to him in a second.
Yeah, take your time. Let's have a... I'm actually going to look at the map while we wait.
Avitus is now pitiless.
Typhon, we should do Typhon next because then we can get our hands on the Terminator armor and Martellus will be back.
Right, let me just look over Cyrus's options. All right, ready.
Okay.
So we'll do
Typhon.
We're doing this one more then, or
yeah, we should do. We should at the very least get to Typhon, and then I don't know. Like you guys have other things to do, and we've done the 2 hours. So if you want, we can wrap it up.
Nah, I don't care either way.
Let's do one more.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
We'll
let's have a look at what DeRosa wants.
I mean, I'm pretty much along for the ride, anyways.
Yeah. If you want in the future, we can try it again when you're less busy. But you're always welcome just to pop in the chat.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I would definitely like to do this again sometime.
Are you always working Fridays, or what's the rotation?
This was a case of bad circumstances. Like this literally came like right as his stream started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, is this going to be a potential thing of every Friday for you, or is it just today?
No. What happened today was a very rare occurrence.
Okay. So next Friday we could try again potentially.
Yeah, next Friday we could definitely try again.
All right.
I'd be down for that.
In any case, in my situation, I've got time before my stream, but then again, I also don't want to make sure I haven't completely wrecked my voice by the time I have.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Actually, no, I won't be able to do it next Friday, but I could do it the Friday after next.
All right.
That's fair enough.
Because I normally work Tuesdays that's when I go into the office, but next week because there's a briefing on Tuesday, I switch with the guy that works on Fridays. So
that's all right. I'm flexible. Like any day except Wednesday. I mean,
if we could do it Thursday, that'd be even better.
Well, that's up to Krendar at that point.
I can't. Well, maybe I'll have to check it out. I've got a thing I normally do on Thursdays, but it has been getting suspended lately.
Okay. I mean,
So I'll have to see if they're going to be doing it next week or not.
okay. I mean, again, I'm not trying to ask anybody to, bend their schedule for me or anything like that.
The only
Yeah,
day that
I'll
really
just
matters
check
to
in.
me is Wednesday because of Wasted Wednesday. It's only because I'm no good to anyone after a certain hour of it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly, my schedule's really flexible. I could do it Wednesday as well. That's fine.
I could do
yeah.
Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. Yeah, if everybody's cool with Wednesday, I can do it Wednesday.
No, I'm saying
Otherwise,
like Wednesday's the day. Like Wednesday's the one day that I wouldn't be because I've got Wasted Wednesday and then I usually get too shit faced and I wouldn't be able to contribute much.
Oh, okay. Well, Friday after next week then.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All right.
Because that's when my schedule goes back to normal. And again, yeah, I don't want you guys spinning backwards over for me with your schedules.
That's all right. I work to everyone else's timetable.
Back to a previous topic, though, one thing I will say that I really like about the Final Fantasy VII Remake is they did a really good job differentiating all the characters in combat. Because if you recall, in the original game, the only difference between the characters was what limit breaks they had.
That's right.
Whether or not they had a ranged weapon. And that was it.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything else came down to what material you gave them, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this game, they've got a whole bunch of abilities of their own that are inherent to the character on top of the materia. So playing every character plays vastly differently.
You know what's funny is that when I played the original, like after I got a bit more into anime, I would have like a Funimation voice actor be the voice of the character as I was reading the dialogue.
Yeah, nice.
But I can't do that now because they have actual voices.
I can't listen to them old school because all I think of is the Team 4-star characters.
Oh yeah, the machinima, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the remake, Tifa is actually a lot of fun to play. She wrecks a ton of ass.
I bet she does.
Yeah.
She is super fast.
Something tells me they altered her character that she doesn't basically bribe Cloud with sex like was originally planned. If you've ever read like the original, when he joins, like he gets paid. Obviously, he goes on about it, like he wants more money and shit. But to also sweeten the deal, originally it was scripted that she'd sleep with him, just to like get his mind off the topic, and that
I'm guessing took that out then because I never heard of that.
Yeah, that's why there's a bit of dialogue left in where you can actually say sleeping next to you who wouldn't be happy, and she goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. The idea is that she's like, we don't talk about that, Cloud. Instead, it's completely dropped, so she has no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I thought it was like her and Cloud have sex like at the latter end of the game because like they're about to fight Sephiroth. No,
I think they add that in as well, like especially near the end where like they just have that moment with the high wind parked above them.
That's actually believable though, because by then the relationship has developed.
Yeah, but she does manipulate him from a really like early on. Like after all, she doesn't tell him like, oh yeah, I found you as a drooling idiot by the train station. You know, going blah, blah, blah. Also, Zach. No, there's no Zach. Who's Zach? Zach is.
Oh, they do something cute in the remake with that as well.
No spoils.
No
spoils. But no.
But they really go more in depth into Cloud's fractured psyche.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He's got issues.
Oh, of course he does. And then again, it's a Final Fantasy game. They all have issues to some degree.
I was gonna say, doesn't everybody in Final Fantasy VII have issues?
I'm trying to think of a Final Fantasy game. Maybe the first two games were just the warrior, the mage. Like, they have no personality.
Tifa's actually pretty well grounded, honestly.
No, she's still manipulative as well.
Together of the team.
Martellus. Have you noticed in this one, Martellus is like a bitch. He's like, get away, no.
Yeah, he is.
But it's all that's because he's been corrupted, obviously. So like it's not really. He's not really the same Space Marine he once was.
You're just somebody that I used to know.
Yeah.
With the voice of Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
It's fun to play spot the voice actor. Sometimes, like, Yuri Lowenthal is in the remake. For those of you not familiar, he's the most recent Spider-Man from the video games.
Alright.
Oh.
So Spider-Man's in Final Fantasy now?
Whee!
Actually, I've got the. Are you talking about the Spider-Man for the PS4?
Yeah, the last one that came out.
Yeah,
like
actually,
a year or two ago.
Yeah, actually, I got that game and I won it in a raffle last year.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
It's really good.
Oh no, not last year, but the year before last. Because last year I won a 65-inch TV for $100.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was a great deal.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. Good thing the tickets were cheap.
God, the tooltip is wigging out.
I was just gonna say, have you noticed that? It's kind of like...
Yeah. It's like spazzing out.
Deploy, sentry. This text bar was brought to you by Max Headroom.
I was just gonna make that joke.
Hey there, sports fans.
Turret. I love the fact that Max Headroom is generally coming back into the public awareness slowly.
Now that we actually live in a world of like fake media.
The tooltips had entered Joe Biden's mind. They didn't know what the fuck to say or do.
Yeah.
Corn, pop.
We believe in the thing.
The thing that you know with the freedoms.
You know, I make fun of Joe Biden. I actually feel bad for him. Like, man, this
I do. He's an old.
Dementia. I'm like,
yeah.
He's an old dude.
It's gonna be a fight between two old pieces of shit, but one of them is slightly more savvy than the other. So it's got
emphasize slightly.
Very slightly.
I mean, Trump having no filter is like both an advantage, but also a weakness. Like,
huge weakness. If there was any, it's the Hillary thing all over again. Put him up against anyone. Put him up against a rock, and he would win. Not the Rock, but a rock, and that rock would win. But you put him up against a scumbag.
Rock would beat his ass.
Oh, absolutely.
He would tell him it doesn't matter what you say, jabroni. Shut your mouth, you bitch.
Leave our generators alone.
Should rename our generators to Brittany.
I knew you'd make that reference.
No,
you made that reference. I was just following up on it.
You gotta name them Karen, so that whenever they don't work, they just complain to the managers.
Did you see that meme about how the pandemic must be driving the Karens especially crazy because they can't go complain to any managers?
I thought it was gonna be because they can't get their haircuts or their hair dyed.
Too. But it's like they can't go to a restaurant and demand the manager.
That's true.
I imagine they're like if you've ever seen the webcomic Homestuck, what's his name, the mayor of Cantown, and he's gone crazy inside a bunker and he starts creating a little town out of cans. And he's just, but instead it's Karen. She creates her own little Starbucks and she's yelling at these like toilet paper tube people.
Oh, the Karens have lost their minds.
I love it.
Oh yeah, apparently calling someone a Karen is considered a sexist act.
That's an example of where it started. According to Karens, absolutely. That originally started as like a joke. It's one of those examples of where it became like legit, because that originally started off as a joke, and then people were like, you know what, they're right, but of course only Karens would think that.
Yeah.
And they also don't seem to get why people mock them. They don't understand that, like, don't be pieces of shit to someone who's just trying to do their job and a shitty job at that. Oh, no. It's, we're standing up for ourselves. What, you want women to be submissive and if they have a problem, they shouldn't tell anyone? What problem? Your coffee's 5 minutes late or not the order you get. You don't need to threaten to fire somebody over it, you know? Like, fuck.
I actually had an acquaintance, her name was Karen. I'm actually wondering how she's handling this whole Karen bullshit.
Yeah.
mean, granted, she wasn't the type that would like. She was kind of a delinquent, kind of a hard ass. Like
she might be Karen, but it doesn't mean she's a Karen.
Yeah, hashtag not all Karens, you know?
Like she wasn't the type that would complain like, "Oh, the coffee is 1 degree off of what I wanted it to be." Actually, truth be told, she had a mean streak in the latter end of her high school tenure because she got into a fist fight with another girl, and she had like a ring on, and she ended up like pretty much permanently scarring this one chick's forehead.
I've been in clubs when I was in Ibiza. I saw that at a club. This girl had these two chav girls from the UK were having a fight over a lad, and they were one had a massive sovereign ring, and it just struck her across the face, and she was down like a rock.
Say like all the girl fights I saw in high school, man. Like they
were vicious. They were fucking vicious. I mean, people think like, a cat fight, that's hot. Their clothes will get ripped. Yeah, sure they will. Also, so hair get pulled out of its fucking sockets. Fake nails will go into eyes.
Yeah, girl fights were fucking tenacious and vicious. Like I think the worst guy fight I saw was we were in the cafeteria and this one guy like took one of the plastic chairs and like bonked another dude over the head with it. Then he got up and like tried to lift the table or whatever the fuck he tried, and then they just started like kind of bear hugging it out. I'm like, all right, that started off good, and then it kind of got dumb.
Yeah, I got into one fight in secondary. That's like our high school, and he just went down with one punch. Not that it was a good fight. He said he had a glass jaw. That was it. Like, had he fought me, I'd have probably got my ass kicked. But I just struck first, and down he went. Like that's what happens when nerds fight. We don't have the endurance. I'm not coming.
Why are you all way up there?
Because I was healing.
He's thinking like Obi-Wan. He's got the high ground.
I think smells right. Ooh, plague marine. Nice.
I think the worst part I saw was between two Hispanic chicks, and like there was a dumpster involved. Like one chick smashed another chick's face repeatedly to the dumpster, and then like managed to flip her over into the dumpster. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't fuck with that chica. Ugh. That's a scary woman right there.
Yeah, seriously.
I used to drink in. I still do anytime I'm in Dublin. One of the best places in town. It's called Fibber McGee's. That's like a really rock bar, like really metal. And a lot of bikers used to be there, and they're not just like sort of poser bikers. They're the old school. Some of them are Hell's Angels, because if you know, like Hell's Angels has a chapter up north, and they often come down to Dublin. But we saw this lad, and he was attacking his girlfriend. They saw him do that, so they took him outside. We didn't see the guy ever again, and no one talked about it until like those guys got their asses like kicked out by the police. And it turns out that they took him around back and started to go at him with a tire iron.
Damn.
Yeah. Apparently he wasn't able to walk for like weeks. But it was all like it was just. And the thing is, like, look at them. They're like skinny, and they're in their 50s, and they have like they're all like long hairs, and they're just you wouldn't think it, but no, they'll put you in hospital, and it's all over like their sense of like honor and shit like that. Yeah, that age is kind of done in Fibbers. You get the occasional people who remember shit like that. But nowadays it's got all hipstery, it's all like gentrified. It's still a great place to go and drink because the people, and it has a cool little beer garden. They got an old Volkswagen van, and they've cut it in half, and they've turned it into a bar. So when you're having a smoke, you can go and also like get another drink from like an old Volkswagen that's been cut in half. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that like I saw some. I mean, Dublin, as you can imagine, Dublin on the weekend that could get some fucking hairy ass shit going on. What about you guys? You ever see or part like a bar fight?
I'm not much of a bar guy, so I'm barely ever in them. How about you, Luca?
I've been to a few bars, but I've never actually seen a legit bar fight. I mean, I've seen a squabble, like they're yelling at each other and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
The bouncer or whatever, or like throw whoever instigated the fight out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen like beer bottles being slung at each other, or fists flying, and all that shit.
Thing about bar fights is that it seldom escalates to that because everyone wants to get involved. So they just straight away are like dogpiling everyone. They side with whoever their friend is, and if they're both friends, they back away, and it's.
Then again, I haven't really been to any bars since I got out of Alaska, just because like I don't know, like I kind of overindulged in the bar scene. I squandered too much money there, particularly in strip clubs and shit like that. So, I had my fun. I'm gonna like be a bit more conservative with my money.
Yeah, I hear
Well,
that.
that can get super expensive.
Yeah, especially when you become like a favorite of some of the strip. And I slept with a fair few of them, and yeah, I regret decisions. I'm honestly surprised I don't have an STD right now.
Maybe, but like
I am genuinely surprised I don't have an STD.
hopefully you have gotten checked, because some of them can be subtle as fuck.
I'm in the military. I get checked at least once a year.
Oh yeah. Dublin used to have a few clubs, but they shut down. But the ones in America I've been to, especially New Jersey, really working class ones that are all run by the mob. It's something right out of The Sopranos. It was just, they were surreal. But I would have a great time, but then I'd look at my wallet and bye-bye money. Bye-bye money. And I was like, that really wasn't worth it, because all I am is hot and heavy, and unless you can actually like bang them, it's you can't. You gotta leave with like a hard on and no money.
Actually, I'm 99.9% sure I met 2 Russian mafia members at one of the strip clubs up in Alaska called it's like the West House or some shit like that. It had that kind of like Western saloon style, like from the cowboy days and shit. And there were these 2 Russian guys outside that were like, they were drunk out of their goddamn minds. And like I was popping out. I was a smoker at the time, so I popped out for a cigarette. They struck a conversation with me, and they're like, you Americans, you guys are funny, and we kind of had a fun chit chat. I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, wait, are you in the military or no? And I'm like, no, I'm not in the military, or I am in the military. And like, we were going to offer you some of the fun stuff, but we don't want to jeopardize your job or anything like that. I'm like, I appreciate it. Like, are these guys in the fucking Russian mafia? They're like, what the fuck's going on?
Well, that's a difference in culture. I don't suppose you're a Marine, are you?
No, I'm in the Air Force.
Yeah, a Marine would be like, fuck yeah, sign me up.
But no, like both. I mean, if they were in the Russian mafia or not, like either way, they were fucking hilarious, and then they were actually fun to chat with.
Kind of reminds me of, what's that comedian's name? The one who has the machine story. He's got a podcast. I actually follow him on Instagram and all that shit. But yeah, like that story is just fucking insane. It's the machine.
No idea.
Oh, that's a hell of a. That's like the ultimate like drunken dad regaling you with a story of his youth. Also, it's 100% true. Russia was like that after the Soviet Union fell apart. It was just the mob ran everything for like 5 years, and then they had to start kowtowing down to Putin. He's a piece of shit, but at least he got the mob off the streets and online, because that's where they live now.
I forgot what country it is in the Middle East, but like the Russian mafia has like a strong establishment there.
I think Iran.
No, it's not Iran. It's it's one of the locations where the U.S. has like a really strong presence, but the Russian mafia also operates there. A guy I used to work with, he's currently deployed right now. He actually, this is back like before the Air Force and shit got soft. But like the Russian mafia would make sure that American soldiers were not disturbed and they were well taken care of, because apparently they were good for business for them.
Well, absolutely, they bring in massive income and like nowhere else to spend it. Especially if it's
they were keeping all the terrorists away so they could do their drug deals and shit.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that, like, when, although obviously, big shock, I'm not a fan of the Taliban, but they were keeping the poppies out of Afghanistan until America showed up. Then suddenly, oh hey, it's cheaper, it's cheaper to grow, and you make more money than anything the government can offer. So, yeah, let's start growing some poppies. But anyway, Krendar, I think we're done, are we?
Yes, but good news for you. We've got our Terminator armors repaired now.
Yay! Okay, I'm going to switch over real quick. 81, 66, 54. My Termi armor. Look at that chunky boy. Who's a chunk? You're a chunk.
He's a chunker.
Bang, 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 bang goes the...
Who's our big chunker? You are.
Now, of course, I'll have to start working him over to get to get better ranged, but that shouldn't be too hard. There's a lot more levels I can go through. At the end of it, he'll be able to use that spray attack. That's so OP. And of course, Tarkus, who can now get 66. Yeah, there we go. Chunky chunk. Right. So let's get rid of this power armor.
Well, in 2 more levels, Avitus will have an ability where he'll get health back whenever he kills something.
Nice. Commander item. Can't use that commander item because he's currently. That sucks, but what's he going to do? Commander, Thunderhammer or Power Fist. Avitus, Missile Launcher, Tarkus, Stormbolter. So you don't want to give this artifice item to anyone, do you?
Well, Missile Launcher has potential, although I've got a pretty good Missile Launcher now. I don't know if it'll produce
be better or worse. Well, don't forget, we got 3 of these, so...
Yeah. Is there anything there that's really screaming out to you right now?
Kind of. Well, first things first, I gotta prepare. I mean, we're gonna do this next week anyway, when we have to make sure everything's back to normal. But, bloop, bloop. Yeah, I kind of want to see what the Stormbolter is going to be like for Tarkus, because he's lost his Melta, so I want to give him more of a punch.
Is he in Terminator armor now?
Yep, he is. So...
Okay, we'll go for it then.
Yeah, let's have a look. We get the Pitiless Stormbolter. Bang, bang, bang. It gives us 53 attack and 25% chance per hit of an extra 10 damage. Not too bad.
Bad.
Okay, so then...
So you got both of your guys all chunked up now, do you?
Yeah, and I've even given the third suit of armor to Thaddeus.
They're the chunkiest of chunkers.
They are so chunked.
I'm just going to sit back here and wait and see if they're going to give me... If they're going to give us a Terminator armor that's got ranged bonuses on it or not.
Oh, we leveled up. Sweet.
You know what? It might be okay if not, because the missile launchers and stuff are very good, so... So that's okay.
Still don't have a commander's item that works with the teleporter. But now... Tarkus has maxed out his health. Brotherhood. Allies near Tarkus gain bonus to armor, health, and health regeneration. If Tarkus is incapacitated, these bonuses are doubled. Chunky indeed. Let's see, can I get him before the end of the game? Let's see, can I get him his gun maxed out? Pistol. Okay, I think that's everything. Thaddeus has to level up, I suppose, so they're max health.
Oh, I
suppose we'll make you somewhat useful. What's his Vanguard veteran? Thaddeus leads a squad of Vanguard. Oh, so his special is that he brings people who are actually competent. Okay.
Like the ability to call his big brother in to help.
Yeah, pretty much. He can use the power. Can you finish this level for me once a day?
It reminds me when I was a wee boy and I played Command and Conquer, and every time my dad would go to work, I would say, "Dad, can you please input the cheat codes so that I can nuke the enemy base?" And he'd say, "Yes, son, I will do that." Thaddeus reminds me of my 5-year-old self.
Oh, I was an only child, and my dad wasn't around. He wouldn't have been able to do much good anyway, because he was an elderly boy when I was born. So I had to do these all solo. But then I discovered
that you were Christian.
Well, I do have the waistline for it at least, and I used to be quite the hoarder. But unlike him, I've actually seen a girl naked. Oh, don't tell anyone. I promised I'd save myself for marriage.
Alright, so next stream, are you going to show us your pony collection then?
As you might remember, I'm doing the mod Monday. I might actually give that pony one another go on Skyrim.
That was actually a pretty good mod.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that it was the derpy one.
Derp. I'm probably actually going to be doing something like a whole new area to explore and something like that. So, but eventually I might do like a sort of a collection of the crazier ones that don't have any sort of thing, like the mod that lets you get the core from Portal 2 that's obsessed with space.
Yes,
Like that. Space. Dragon, not in space, but still dragon.
Getting tired of space.
Space.
I like the adventure cube.
Oh,
Adventure tour.
Vaguely remember that one.
He was very enthusiastic.
I loved the lines from the turrets sometimes. The way it was like, "I love you," it doesn't just die straight away. No, wait, I'm not like the others. I have sentience, feelings. If you let me go, I'll grant you 3 wishes.
Can I wish for more wishes?
And then there's the end of the game where you have like the little symphony of dancing turrets.
Oh, that was that. They need to make a third one, and they need to cross it over with the next Half-Life. So 2074 when that comes out.
They can't just tell us that it's part of the Half-Life universe and then not have any kind of crossovers at all.
See, they've got it all planned where every Half-Life player is going to be on their deathbed, and then moments before they die, they announce Half-Life 3.
Moments before you die, everything freezes, and then a magical door opens, and the G-Man walks out. Hello, Mr. Enter person's name here. We've been expecting you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess all the oxygen's leaving my brain because I'm hallucinating as balls right now.
That would be amazing.
It would. But not as amazing as this segue. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed our 2 fantastic guests, Krendar and Luka. You'll find the links of it down below. Are either of you sweet boys doing anything that you'd like to shill? Krendar, you first.
Some Final Fantasy in about 3.5 hours.
There you go.
It'll be side quest of Palooza and fighting summons and fighting arena fights. We're going to get our ass kicked by Leviathan tonight.
Okay.
Probably. I haven't tried fighting them yet, but I'm scared.
Oh, I'm sure your time with Dark Souls will prepare you well for dying a lot.
I'll have been quite used to it. Yes, actually, I think I died more in Sekiro. But goddamn, that game was fun though.
What about you there, Luka?
I might stream the finale of Resident Evil 3, but at the same time, I'm like, streaming might not be my forte, so I might jump back to YouTube doing that. Otherwise, I will be uploading the last 4 videos of Mass Effect 3 over the next coming days.
Yeah,
there you go.
I've been seeing those. I might check them out. I might check them out when I'm done with. Well, actually, what am I doing now? Well, I've got to. I think I've actually got to. I have to go all Jordan Peterson and clean my room, bucko. But while that's on, I might have you on in the background there, Luka.
Watch out for the lobsters.
Lobster Kings at that. And don't forget, don't sleep for a week and eat nothing but meat.
Yeah, easy to do in this day and age with the quarantine and all that shit.
Right now, I think he's in Russia somewhere, slowly melting into a jar. Last time I heard, he's doing really bad for himself physically. Like, this is coming from someone who looks like this. Yeah, but
I could say I was able to get my hair cut a couple days ago.
Oh, nice. That makes one of us.
I'm gonna need that soon because I'm a week or 2 away from my hair bothering the shit out of me.
So more and more, you're looking like your avatar pic.
Starting to actually getting closer because I am trying to grow the beard out more and more. So I'll get there one day.
My beard is getting all floofy at the base, but it's staying sort of like the same. I think it's turning into Paul Zigo's beard. It's going down straight, and then it's going to fluff out.
Mine's doing a bit of that too.
Must be nice having beards. I'd grow mine out, but the military's like, no, you will shave that shit.
You could just convert to Islam and say it's part of your religion.
Well, no, I could actually convert to being a heathen because they're allowed to grow beards out too.
Ooh, there you go, loophole.
It's like that with my roommate. He's in the military as well, so it's weird. Like I didn't recognize him the other day because he actually had hair.
Yeah.
Which is new.
Well,
he usually has it so short that it's just almost not there. Not quite as short as how Luka keeps it, but close.
Okay, well, I think we are done here, so I want to thank everyone who watched, who liked, who shared, and anything else in the future. You know the shill at this point. Check the description down below for links to our guests' own channels and to my own stuff, including Discord and Streamlabs. And I will eventually get Instagram, put it down there, because I should have done that before we started. Right, I will be back probably tomorrow. I owe you guys some Red Dead, so we'll do that. So, with that said, I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!